Rev up your summer with MGM Rewards and Beau Rivage in the $500,000 Corvette Summer Series. Play the giveaway now through August for the chance to win a revved-up share of prizes, including a new Corvette each month. Drawings July 26th and August 30th. Drive away a winner, only at Beau Rivage. Color, make, and model may vary. See MGM Rewards desk for details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Hunt Palmer. I'm here to tell you about my friend Jonathan Carbo and the Highland Insurance Group based right here in Baton Rouge. At the Highland Insurance Group, they pride themselves on technical expertise when it comes to commercial insurance. If you're a business owner who isn't familiar with the details of your current insurance program, you're not alone, but now is the time to fix it, not after the hurricane or the car accident. Call the Highland Insurance Group today to set up a free audit of your policies and let their experts place your program with one of the dozens of carriers they're contracted with. Or find them online at the Highland Insurance Group, highlandig.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill, when your friend bets against your team and the friendship. Or choose chill because you're drinking Coors Light with your buddy. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
The 4th annual Cliff Crochet's Every Fish Matters Conservation Banquet is this Friday, July 11th at 5 p.m. at St. Joseph the Worker Church Hall in Pierre Park. Tickets are still available for $50 at the door. Join us for a night of food, fun, and conservation. The live auction starts at 8 p.m., and law enforcement and EMS get in free. Come out and support Louisiana's waters, because every fish matters.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Thursday, July 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 90. In hour one of today's show, we'll react to the Saints' new helmet. We'll talk some LSU football as there is a big recruiting announcement coming just after our show. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester,
Yep, got it! 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome in, Bo. If you're in here, you gotta yo. There you go, Bo. Welcome in, OTB, here on a Thursday morning. Jake, Flynn, Alondra, Tay, and, well, Bo the engineer was here for a second as well. All here with you. What is up, peeps? How we living? How we doing?
Oh, man, we doing good. We are past hump day.
We got
a weekend in our sights. We're feeling good. This waking up early is getting easy, man. I got this thing licked, baby.
Hell yeah.
I know you're doing pretty good.
We're killing it.
Doing pretty good. I mean,
I'm here 6:30
the eyes
or before.
aren't even puffy anymore.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I still haven't changed my nighttime habits.
No.
So
well,
I don't know
haven't either. I've been doing this for this show for 5 years. I've been doing morning
callousing the body, toughening it up.
Yeah.
You can
Sleep
go
with
in 5 hours.
We talked about that yesterday.
Easy.
Yeah. Alondra, how we doing?
Doing well. I was like, whoa, Bo's here. That was a little jarring.
Yes,
I
typically
was like, something's wrong.
There's 4 people in the building.
Yeah.
Well, 5.
Well, 5.
Brain.
Well, yeah,
6.
there's definitely something wrong. You and Taylor have been like frustratingly angry during the show 2 days in a row.
I'm glad we got it fixed.
Got it fixed. We'll see.
Well, we did. We get it.
We're going to hold our breath and hope for the best.
All right. Fair enough.
Bo says it's fixed.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
He's just here to make sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's fixed, but I'm here just in case.
Right.
Yeah, sure. Tay, how we doing?
We're doing good, guys. Loosening up those thumb muscles. And before you ask, no, me and Alondra are not having a thumb wrestle after the show.
Okay.
College football 26 dropped today. Get in a little bit on the action after we get home. Yeah.
Big deal.
So
I would win in thumb wrestling, by the way.
Oh man,
I'd crush
do
everybody in here.
Do not tell
Probably.
my son.
I have small hands.
Oh, do
probably.
you? Oh,
yeah, they're not
T-ball,
great. They're like slightly bigger than Alondra's. Like they're not.
I have like abnormally large hands for a girl.
Yeah, well, I have them for
And
a human.
feet.
I've always thought they should make different size controllers though, like small controllers,
Oh, like
small,
to fit
medium,
your-
large. Sure.
So you'll laugh at
T-Bob
you'll
would
laugh
be
at
much
this.
better.
Okay, so
have
last
many.
year,
Yeah.
like I bought my Xbox just for this game. This is the only game I have. Was 25.
Well, I did too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was testing them out. My brother bought the PlayStation 5. I thought the controller was too big, so I bought the Xbox.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I swear.
No way.
Because Victoria's like, which one? Like, which one do you get? And I was like, whichever one has the
did
smaller
you-
controller.
Did you and T-Bob ever like?
Yeah. So also,
I thought the
I
PS5
don't-
one was smaller.
so the 4 was the 5 got like bigger.
Oh, okay.
You probably like the.
You had probably never heard me make fun of T-Bob's hand size. That's because his were bigger than mine. So I never did.
You
Yeah.
probably you probably fit perfectly with the Nintendo Switch controller that you just pop off the screen, the little tiny one.
Oh,
Know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Like the half.
That'd be full
controller.
size for me.
That'd
Yeah.
be full size.
I'm the guy in the Whopper commercial when he's got the really small hands
That's
holding the
such a
bird.
good
That's me.
Commercial. Oh, that was a good one.
What?
That one and the I'm spicy.
Walk
that
me
one.
through
What? You have like a weird knowledge of
commercials.
Burger
That
King
commercial.
commercials.
That commercial
Are
came out in
you Mario?
2004. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I did.
That's like a really weird thing to know.
I know it's like one of those
It's, like,
things that's like
obscure
locked
and,
in
like, yeah.
because I remember the roommate I had that me and him used to walk around talking about tiny hands and the I'm spicy thing.
That's funny.
So and I was only roommate with that guy for 1 year.
Who?
Kyle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tay, walk me through buying a video game system, playing the video game when you get home. Like, what's that conversation like? Like, you come in from a long day, you're here all day doing different things. Is it like, does Victoria, like, she knows, like, hey, he got this new game. You just say hello, like, babe, I gotta go back to the lab. Like, what's that conversation?
Yeah, again, like I don't play a ton. Like I don't have like I basically just have college football 25, and now I'm gonna have this one. So it's just whenever I get the opportunity. Like today's the first day, I'll probably play it a little bit, but I mean it's not like an everyday thing. It's more of like a once a week type thing.
So I feel like in the games, people have probably been working on their what's it called in college football? Like it's not their dynasty, but they've been working on their program.
Yeah.
They're a head coach. They got all these accolades. They probably built up to being a really good head coach or whatever. You just start from scratch.
Normally, so I don't really do the
with like the new technology in these games.
I
Can
don't
you
really
like
do
transfer
the-
your head coach that you've built up to the next game?
No idea. I don't really do the whole dynasty thing. It pisses me off. So
why? That's like the only reason I do.
Yeah,
it.
that would be
I
the only reason
I like
I
to
would
go
do it.
there and
Road
like
to
do the
Glory.
recruiting and all
Road
that
to Glory
stuff.
is what I do, like when I'm the recruit type thing. Because like in the college game now with the NIL, like it just pisses me off. There's like a guy like
the game pisses you off in this ever-changing NIL world of college football.
yeah, you're sitting there and it's like there was one time
The
like
guy- the
you
risk
could
of
kinda,
transfer.
you could pick a position and it would like generate a guy for you that you needed. You know, I'm recruiting him. He flips on signing day. I'm like, I made you. Like I literally made you, and you went somewhere else. I don't do it.
They didn't recruit you until I was.
Oh, that's so
Literally
good.
created you.
So we
is
do
funny.
have the top 100 rated players on this year's video game, and a quarterback doesn't show up until number 34.
Wow.
Finally.
Can I guess who it is?
Yeah.
Lenore's.
No.
Oh,
Nuss?
this is easy. It has to be Arch Manning.
No.
Not Nuss.
Klubnik ranked high.
K. Klubnik.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
34th, K. Klubnik comes in at a 92. Garrett Nussmeier, who's also a 92, comes in at 45. So
Wait. How? They just got a bunch of 92
I don't know
dudes
if
they
it's.
stacked?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's like certain like decimal points. I'm not sure. Nussmeier comes in at 45. I believe he is LSU's highest-rated player. Ashton Stamps comes in a 91 overall.
Okay.
He comes in 63rd on the list in top 100 players. Harold Perkins comes in at 77. He's a 91 overall, and I believe that's the only Tigers in the top 100.
No, Witt?
Witt must be like right underneath it.
Maybe.
I would assume. But yeah, quarterback doesn't show up until the mid-30s. You love to see it.
I guess Sellers, because my son and I, we kind of do it's not Road to Glory. It's the one where you're the coach and you got to recruit and all that stuff. I can't remember what it's called. But we did it like together, so we'll play on the same team, all this stuff. And Sellers ended our season 2 seasons in a row. That son of a gun. You couldn't stop him.
Sounds like
he comes in at number 88 overall, and he's a 91 rating.
Phew.
Maybe I'll suck at the game.
When we play, he's like a 105 ranking. It's unbelievable. I mean, we're coming in there. I mean, we were Rice University. We were building that program.
Probably your first issue.
We were beating the brakes off everybody. We beat Tennessee first round of the playoffs. Guess who got us second round?
South Carolina.
But
respect the specs.
After he graduated, though, we won it.
Bird versus bird.
Yeah.
The Gamecocks were the better bird.
Yeah.
I know. We had the opportunity to take the head coach. We were the offensive coordinator at Rice. We had the opportunity to be the head coach at the University of Texas.
You didn't take it?
Huxton wanted to stay with the Rice House.
As an OC?
As the OC.
Not even as the head coach?
As the OC.
Look, I can respect the loyalty, but we got to teach him something.
I tried to explain to him. I was like, Bud, the better we are at OC, the less likely our head coach is to leave.
Right.
They're going to keep re-signing him. We're never going to move up. Sure. But he
wants to be the head coach at Rice.
He does. And I think he also wants to play college football there in real life because they got a good education.
There you go, Huck.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Respect.
That is awesome.
Nice job, Huck.
So I took him to the bowl game this past year. And because of that game, before we went to...
You were there?
Yeah, we went. Yeah.
They can get a call.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure I did because I was with my parents because my dad played quarterback at Baylor.
Right.
So, like, he had his Baylor stuff on. I had my LSU stuff on. It was great.
Alvin had his Baylor stuff
That's right.
on.
Absolutely. He should. He better.
I know. He played
right?
quarterback there. I know. I love it.
So we go, and on the way to the game, my son's like, Dad, can we go see Rice? I'm like, yep, sure can.
Oh, so this Rice thing.
Yeah. Well, we had just started the game like 2 months before, so he was just liking it. So yeah, we stopped, had to get a picture with him like at the field.
Awesome,
all that stuff.
actually.
It was so good.
I couldn't tell you 3 players from Rice, and for me that's something I'm usually pretty locked in on. I couldn't give you 3.
They're going to be pretty good this year.
Are they going to be hydrated?
They are very well hydrated. Very well.
I'm going to quickly, because I didn't have
his son is the OC.
That's true.
That's
very true.
I got to tell you, we got a lot of new teams being hydrated this year.
I love that.
Y'all aren't going to like the list.
I like it for you, though.
I like it for you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
There's 3.
I like it for a nation.
I would say, let's
Yeah.
come up with 3 that he cannot provide my high 4, right? And if he's really in the foxhole, if he is, he's stopping. I'm going to be the obvious Florida. You can't hydrate Florida. I don't think you would either.
The Texas A&M Aggies hydrated?
They're very hydrated.
Yeah. Well, but you have to understand.
No.
Moffitt's there, and so that's going to be an easy connection there.
Fine.
I know. I get what you're saying.
Also,
I'm with you.
Not a
I
shot
don't
at
want them
Flynn.
hydrated.
He knows what he's doing. It's A&M. He's not a miracle worker. It's not going to matter for them anyways.
Fair.
I mean,
fair.
I want to go back to you didn't answer Florida.
Oh no, they're not hydrated.
Okay, that was weird.
Well, I mean, they got.
You didn't answer that.
Like a Gatorade. So,
I know. Well, other schools have Powerade too.
The stuff they drink, that stuff will kill you.
Yeah.
All right, so Alondra, if you can't go A&M, who's the other team you want to add to the No My High list?
Tennessee. Are they hydrated?
They're hydrated.
Why do you hate me?
Tay-Tay?
The University of Alabama.
Hydrated.
Yeah, I knew they were hydrated.
That's what I didn't say. I think I had known that one.
Auburn is too, right?
See.
Okay. Because I knew Auburn was. I couldn't remember Bama.
I don't have like a visceral hate for anybody other than like Texas
let's
A&M,
Okay.
Tennessee,
Notre Dame.
Mildly.
Mildly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
I'll say Olympic sports. Not
Okay, we'll
All
take
right.
that.
Football team.
We'll
There
take
we go.
that.
Perfect.
That's fine.
There we go.
Ohio State.
Yes.
Hydrated?
Hydrated.
Bro.
All right.
You're just like
I'll
hydrating all the
I'll throw
heels.
I'll throw out USC.
I don't really care.
Are they hydrated? Oh my God.
Sorry.
Well, good for you. But
I wouldn't have thought they would have been because he's always like left coast and all that. You know, I was
Sure.
like, let's see.
I'll charge him a little bit more for shipping.
I'm gonna send them that clip yesterday of you just.
You should.
He's like,
Sabotage.
USC's
the whole
hydrated.
area.
but
I didn't say anything about any colleges.
Talked about
That
the
is one
region.
thing I do have to kind of keep in mind doing the show. It's like I probably can't talk too much ish about some schools. You know
Did
what I
you
mean?
know that USC and UCLA are both in LA?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
What?
Wait, they have
Deshaun
have two
Foster told us
schools?
that.
Like they have USC and another one?
Yeah, it's both of them in LA.
Wait, that's a Deshaun Foster thing?
Oh wait,
You-
we got to play.
Can we
it.
play
did.
some clips?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
You
play
never
it.
saw-
I'll
well,
find
Okay,
it.
no, I did.
It's
I-
not clips. It's like a
like-
single 30-second clip.
I saw a lot of uncomfortable. I don't remember that specific part because I remember watching it. It's just like secondhand uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You get a
like
little
you
like
get secondhand embarrassment.
Right, yeah, secondhand embarrassment. That's what I was looking for there.
You
But you just get
cringe.
like uncomfortable in your skin
Yeah.
watching somebody else.
Oh
doing
yeah,
something.
it's bad. It was very.
Is Ole Miss hydrated?
Yes.
Oh my
I
God.
have the full opening statement. It's 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Okay. All right. Real
pretty-
quick.
pretty
all right.
good.
Here, I'll give you. Okay, so I want to wrap up the video game conversation. I'll give you
yeah.
the top 10 real quick, and then when we come back in the next segment, electricity is going to be coming over the airwaves. Here is the top 10 real quick. Caden Proctor, tackle from Alabama, 94 overall. Jordan Tyson, receiver, Arizona State, 94 overall. Jermon McCoy, DB, Tennessee, 94 overall. South Carolina edge rusher, Dylan Stewart, 94 overall. At number 6, edge rusher from Clemson, TJ Parker, 95 overall. You should probably go ahead and learn that name. You're going to be hearing it a lot here coming up in a couple of weeks. Alabama receiver Ryan Williams, 95 overall. Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame, comes in at number 4, 95 overall. Texas linebacker Anthony Hill Jr., 95 overall at number 3. And then the top 2 players, both from the Ohio State Buckeyes. At number 2, Caleb Downs, of course, the very talented safety, 96 overall, and by 2 full points. So Caleb Downs is a 96. There's not a 97. And coming in at a 98 overall, Ohio State receiver Jeremiah Smith.
Wow.
As a
The
true
best
sophomore.
player as a true sophomore.
He did call game in the national championship. And did a lot of things before that as well.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Like we were talking about it.
They have the
last
number
week.
1 player on offense and defense.
I was talking. This was
After
actually
losing
Monday
14 draft choices.
when I was filling in for Hanny and I, like long shot Heisman odds. Like Julian saying at 20-1 with all those weapons around him. Like that ain't bad odds.
I'm trying to look up right now if there's ever been a 99. There's got to be.
There had to be.
There had to be a 99 club.
Can you hydrate the service academies? Is that
Yeah, I would
possible?
love to. Absolutely.
'Cause you've worked with the
because
military
we hydrate a
before.
lot of the service members,
Right.
but not any of the athletic teams for them. So give us a call.
Navy, Army, Air Force.
Yeah, so get some stuff in the huddle. Like, yeah,
The
you
Marine-
should.
I think the Marine Corps actually plays with Navy, if I'm not mistaken.
That would make sense.
So
Yeah, we've done a lot of work with National Guard and Big Army and stuff. But yeah, none of the Service Academy sports teams or anything. Someone in the huddle was like, "Oh, you should work with in construction." I was like, "That's actually the first place we
I was
started
about to
working
say,
with."
it's- yeah.
Yeah, give us a shout.
Yeah.
Hydrate everybody. Everybody sweats. So if you're into like super amazing hydration, all natural ingredients.
And if you lose in the fourth quarter to one of the teams that's hydrated, it's Matt's fault.
Yeah. True.
But they're hydrated, so the product works.
LSU's more hydrated than anybody, so y'all don't even come at me with that.
Drinkmyhigh.com. All right, when we come back, as I said, electricity all over this place.
Let's go.
On OTB.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. 225-925-8552 is the 24/7, 365 weekend holiday game day number. If you have an emergency, they will be there. But always remember a couple things. One, yes, it is named Central Plumbing, but it's not only in Central, it's in the entire greater Baton Rouge area. And also, it's not just for emergencies. Sure, they can help you out in that emergency like we just told you, but if you're looking to upgrade, remodel at your home, at your business, go tankless today with a tankless water heater. They can do that as well. Centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, centralplumbing.org. Give them a call. The Payne family over there have been doing it for a long, long time. When you think of quality plumbing, if you have a job, if you have a renovation, a bathroom remodel, whatever it is, they can help you. Residential plumbing, commercial plumbing. Just go there for plumbing supplies, sewer line repair, whatever it is. Tankless water heater, 24/7 emergency service. Central Plumbing. Centralplumbing.org. Centralplumbing.org.
Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Coach Foster, welcome to the Big Ten. We'll begin with your opening statement.
How you guys doing? I'm happy to be here. Glad to be a part of this great conference. Finally putting two great emblems together, UCLA and the Big Ten. we're a school that's won, 123 championships, so this fits us being right in this conference. Football-wise, we're just excited. You know, I'm sure you guys don't know too much about UCLA, but our football program, but we're in LA. It's us and USC. We I'm just basically excited, really. That's it. Any questions?
Nope. Fired up?
So no matter what you do
That was worse
on
than what I
Monday, it's not going to be as good as that.
I love the laugh where he's like, yeah, I'm messing this
Yeah.
up.
I screwed up.
Yeah.
As soon as he
I
said,
walked out here a little too confident.
Yeah.
he was like, he wasn't doing great, but at least he was saying words until he said, we're in LA. And I think at that moment, I think it hit him. Like, yeah, no S.
But to
It's
start
in
off
the name.
out the gates with, it's great to join two great emblems,
Yeah.
UCLA and the Big Ten. Like, okay, we're
He
talking
said
about
finally. It's finally. Like, bro, all
Like,
this came together like
we're talking
in
about
6
the
months.
emblems.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday too. Like, yeah, you could tell he thought about this probably the night before.
Yeah.
Wrote a bunch of stuff down. Didn't want to write a speech. He
I
was
don't
like,
even know if he wrote it down, but in his head,
Right.
he's like going over
got
it. And
it.
like, that's
like,
oh,
I'm good
that's
at talking football. I'm good at talking with
Yeah.
the guys in the age group. I'm good at like tutoring men. Like, so I should be good at just like winging this thing. Like, let me just hit these bullet points. And he probably went over his head a couple times, like all these things I want to hit. Cause I've been there.
Yeah.
Like there's things I want to say. Then I say them. Then I say what I was trying to say. And I was like, man, I forgot this.
Yeah.
I forgot that. I forgot this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then you get in your head.
But then you get in your head and
Yeah.
then you make like two stupid statements. And you're like,
Back to
and,
back.
and then
You're
in your
thinking
head,
on that,
and then you
yeah.
realize it, and you're like, oh man. Then it's over.
We're just basically excited.
We're basically excited. He's like, man,
Basically, I'm
what?
just excited to
He's
be
like,
here.
he's like, y'all know what's happening right
Yeah.
now. Like, y'all
Any
want to ask me some
questions?
questions.
Yeah.
Dude, there is so much he could have said.
Well, for you, yeah.
No, but I mean, like,
No,
he's a
I could have
first-year
talked
head
about his
coach.
school
Yeah.
better than he did.
Right. I could have talked about him better. He's first-year head coach. He's playing his alma mater. He's excited. New to this recruiting thing,
Should've
but
just
you know
talked
we're in a
about
new
himself.
conference. He didn't.
Yeah, just talking about his playing days. Could have gone wax poetically about that. I used to love watching that.
You
guy
don't
play.
know. We're
He's
in
a great
LA.
player.
Oh, incredible.
Great player. They had great uniforms when he played too. Kind of messed him up here and there.
But you know,
along
like
the
you
way.
could see that, like you could just picture in his brain, like all those
I know
eloquent
exactly what he was feeling.
connections to the Big Ten and
Yeah.
all this stuff, like introducing ourselves to you. We got all these championships. We've hung all these banners. We deserve blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's
I
good.
know exactly what he's feeling.
Mhm.
Like you see everybody staring back at you and you just forget everything that you had in your head.
Yep.
Like it just is what it is. Poor guy. Any
Sorry.
questions?
Any questions?
When the laugh, it's looking over to his SID.
I know it's the laugh that
knowing
like,
he has messed this up and just laugh. Because what do we all do when it's a little bit awkward? We're trying to
laugh.
fill and buy time. We laugh.
You just want to go like crawl in a corner. He wanted to walk off that stage, but he couldn't.
No.
No, we've all know what that feels like, but we don't know what that felt like.
True.
You know,
I'm just basically excited.
just basically excited, guys. Y'all know what's up.
Y'all know
He's
what's
like, y'all know what's up. I screwed this up, so like, let's
Yeah.
go.
You know
It
what
did
it is.
feel like,
Ask
hey,
me your
I'm out.
questions.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, I screwed
A
up.
lot of things to
It's
say.
cool. It's all good. Whatever.
It would have been so much better if he just walked up there. Yeah, I coach at UCLA. We're a big time program. Been around for 100 years. Y'all know what's up.
Yeah, what's up?
Right.
Yeah.
Any questions?
He's like, this isn't why I got hired. I didn't get hired to sit up here and give a big speech. I'll answer all the questions you got, though. Let's fire them away.
Also to clarify that UCLA is in LA.
Yeah, that's when he knew. That's
We're
when
in
like,
Los Angeles.
like
So
it's-
is also
So it's in
USC.
You saw, like, when he said that, I could just feel him, like, go in his brain go, oh.
Lost everything.
Why did I say that?
Everything he wanted to say was gone at that
That's
point.
brutal. It's good.
So
A lot of people in the chat asking if it was CTE issues. I don't think so.
Just nerves.
Just nerves.
I think
That's
it's
more
just
us.
nerves.
Not being
yeah.
like a good natural talker. And
Right. Not being prepared.
yeah, you got to have a plan.
You got to have a plan going up
Even
there.
if you don't want to go off
You need a backup.
full script.
Yeah.
You have it in front of you.
Yeah.
You got
a little index card.
10 bullet points
Yeah.
even. Like, it doesn't even have to be a speech, just 10. Hey, talk about this. Talk about this. This. We're
Even if
excited
you-
for the travel. Not, we're in LA. That would not be on the bullet point.
Even if you had bullet points, and even if you screw up the first couple, you could just take a breath, refocus. You can get back on track.
Yeah.
You still might make the highlight film of being bad, but a year later, a random mid-market radio show in Baton Rouge wouldn't be playing you.
That's right.
Is Big Ten Media Day this week?
I think it's next week.
Is it next week?
Because Big 12 is going on right now.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I knew one of them was
It's the same
this
week as SEC?
ACC was last week, I believe, right?
I don't know. I know Big 12's right
ACC.
now.
I know right now the Big 12 is going on because I'm playing a ton of sound on off campus. That's the only reason I know, because I have not heard any. Well, actually, I've seen some Coach Prime stuff. Outside of that, I have not seen anything out there organically in the world. I just know because I'm playing it on the other show.
I just think it'd be funny this year. He comes up there, nails it.
Oh, I
goes
love
to
it.
leave and comes back and he's like, wait, I forgot to let y'all know, Kiss, you didn't know, like, we're in LA.
Yeah.
And then walks off.
There's a lot of
That'd
things
be
he
epic.
could do this.
Yeah.
He could, he could play it up.
Yeah.
Got to make fun of yourself first.
His team played hard all year.
Yeah.
I think he
LSU
did end
played
up
him.
acknowledging it.
He did.
I think so. I think we played it too.
Okay. Well, shout out to Deshaun Foster.
How do you think? How do we think Jeff Lebby's going to do on his opener?
State is swag. That's what he said last year.
Really?
He said state is cool, state is swag, state is something else. I don't remember. Yeah, like that's.
Like that's like his mantra that he says in the mirror every morning. Like,
Maybe-
state is cool,
Maybe-
state is swag.
Maybe I'm too harsh, but like Brian Kelly, his first year, if he'd have went up there and been like, LSU is swag, I'd been like, I'm out on this guy. Done.
So, like, I'm not an expert
I do like Jeff
in the usage of the word swag, but it feels like that's used improperly.
Yeah.
Swag
Should
is
be
a
state
mindset.
has swag, right?
No, state
That
is swag.
Is swag.
Yeah.
That doesn't
They're
seem
the
correct.
definition of swag.
Okay. All right. No, they're not, actually. They're
I-
in Starkville.
I
That's the most
Don't
swagless
disagree with
city.
you.
Gainesville.
You think so?
Yeah.
Less swag than
College
Starkville?
Station.
College
What
Station's
about-
got more swag.
What about Auburn?
Auburn's okay.
Is it?
Auburn's okay.
Never visited
Right.
these cities, and, like, besides playing
Starkville's
there.
not too bad. Like, there's some spots in Starkville.
All right.
Starkville. Sorry, I think they actually say Ville. I think. Gainesville's the answer. Like, who's good at Gainesville?
Oh, I've only been there to play football games. I've never been there.
I've had to cover games,
you know,
in these
as a
cities
tourist.
and, like, spend a day and a half too
Yeah.
long.
Chris Blair hates Gainesville.
Does he?
Yeah.
Chris Doring loves it.
I mean,
Well, a little bit different perspective
Yeah.
between those two.
Yeah.
one of my questions last year in my like tailgate videos was like, who had a better speech, Deshaun Foster or Joe Biden? And everyone was like, Deshaun Foster.
Yeah, well, Biden had a lot more opportunities to screw up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Deshaun Foster just had the one. He's 1 for 1. Biden probably had some good ones.
He's 1 for 1.
Or 0
He's
for
gonna
1,
crush
however
it
you
this
want
year. He's going to crush it this year.
to.
I hope he does.
I hope he does. It'd be great.
He's going to crush
If
it.
he came out with a little humility about his speech last year, it would be epic. It'd be great. That's really the only play, I feel like, taking the mic again.
Yeah, so they are next week. It says that they will be 3-day format, July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Doesn't says Big Ten like Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Hey, question for next week, SEC Media Days. Do we, go, as the members of the media pros, do we go in to their press conferences?
Yes. Well, you
Do
don't
we raise
have
our
to.
hand?
Yeah, so you can, and we'll like being the morning show. I'll be working, but you have the ability.
What time do the press conferences start?
11 is Kelly, first day.
11,
like 11.
I'll raise my hand. I'll be like, hey,
and
call
you
me.
and you say this. You'll say Matt Flynn, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Then you say your question.
You could be front row for Jeff Levy.
Oh yeah, Jeff, Matt Flynn. 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge, big media guy.
No, see, leave that part out.
Who are you again?
Big media guy.
I'll hang up and listen.
I'll hang up and listen.
Refresh me on your name again. What's your title?
What's your title?
Are you out there? Oh, God.
What's your title?
Are you swag?
Are you swag, bro?
ACC Media Days, by the way, it's the same as Big Ten Media Days.
Okay.
The same exact days. July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Let's go.
It's going to be in Charlotte.
Let's just compete.
It's going to be in Charlotte. So the ACC is doing so well that we thought it was last week.
Didn't know.
Not bad. Not bad, really, if you think about it.
I don't have the CW, so didn't know.
Well, hey, look, we will not. I appreciate the joke, but we won't hate
the
on
CW.
the CW.
No,
Everyone
CW's
has
great.
CW.
Not for college football.
Well, I don't know. If you throw a game between Dawson's Creek and Seventh Heaven, I might be there.
Just before Smallville.
Yeah. Gilmore Girls coming up at the post-game show.
Two.
One Tree Hill to pregame it. Come on. I'm in.
I'll sit through a lifetime of commercials to watch those shows.
All right. Maybe eventually we'll get this thing started when we come back on OTB.
Off the bench.
Probably not, though. Feels like a lot of squirrels today.
A lot of squirrels.
Go to getgordon.com. When you go to the website, you can have a chat right there on the homepage of said website. You can see what they can do for you in the courtroom, what they've done for others in the courtroom. Past client results right there on the homepage. Now, you know they're throughout the state of Louisiana. So in Shreveport, Monroe, Alexandria, Lake Charles, Lafayette, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and everywhere in between, we are talking to you. And no matter where you're at, no matter your area, it is just your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
Yeah, we have all heard the name. You know the name Gordon. You know to get Gordon. You know about the G team. Why is that? Not just because it's on billboards or on commercials. It's because they help thousands of people every single year, every single day. If you've been injured, it's not your fault. Get the help you deserve. Get somebody to fight for you, whether you've been injured on the job, car accident, whatever it is. GetGordon.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, They've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here on this Thursday morning. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com. That is the website for you. Guessed it, GoFlow IV Spa. You can also check out their Facebook page. You can go ahead and book that appointment online at the website, or you can call them at 225-953-8150. It is right on Jefferson near Bocage. Go ahead, get hydrated, prepare, do it beforehand, go see him afterwards.
It's called being proactive.
That's what they say.
Yep. Don't retroactively hydrate, proactively hydrate. You got to know, we've talked a lot of hydration this show already. So you got to know, I'm not just some guy. I'm self-proclaimed king of hydration. So go to GoFlow IV Spa. Go check them out. Get hydrated. Get some IVs with vitamins in it. Vitamize is what we like to call it around here. Check out their website, GoFlowIV.com, to see their menu of services, about memberships, packages, everything. Go check them out today, GoFlowIV.com.
All right, so as I said yesterday, like right when we were leaving, the New Orleans Saints were going to get a new helmet, an alternate helmet. And it was like literally like right after we got off air. So I know that there's already been a lot of people probably yelling at the clouds about the helmet and how much they don't like it and, you know, all the things they would do differently. But I don't want to put anybody's, you know, thoughts in their head. I want them to have their own thoughts. Matthew, have you seen the new Saints helmet?
I did. I'm actually looking it up so I can get a refresher. I saw it yesterday, but I was driving. Of course, I was stopped at a red light when I was looking at it.
Obviously.
Clearly, because I don't break the law. But I remember looking at it and being like, that's pretty nice. I think it looks great. And I'm a guy that likes a classic uniform.
I love a white helmet.
Yeah, a white helmet looks good.
Love a white helmet.
And the Saints, like white unis, are elite in the NFL.
Oh, they're the color rush, the white with the kind of throwback look to it.
Yep.
Look, I like a gold helmet with that uniform too. I don't like that the golds didn't match. So maybe this one matches a little bit better. And I love a good all-white uni.
A gold is tough to match. Gold is tough to match.
How do we feel about it, Tate Alondra?
Like, this is an alternate. Like, this is a...
Yeah. Okay. They're going to wear it with those...
With the color rush?
With the color rush, all white.
I think it's going to look really good with the color rush. I like it. I like the fleur-de-lis on the top where the gold stripe is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love that the mask is gold. I don't know what color I would have made it. But if it looks a little...
If it matches the numbers, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I need to see it all together.
I need to see it all together, but if I had, like, anything, it'd be the actual mask.
Yeah.
I don't know what color I would have made
I think
it, but
just
the
went
gold...
white.
Yeah.
I think white would have looked good.
The gold just...
The gold might pop once they get with the jerseys.
Yeah.
We'll
I have to see it all together and on the
I do like
field.
the gold stripe, and I know some people don't like the little fleur-de-lis. I kind of like
the
that.
fleur-de-lis.
Yeah.
I think
it's better. Like the black helmet had them. It was weird.
Yeah.
Because it was like that was the stripe and it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, it was like a checkered stripe is what it
Yeah.
looked like. And like you have all white, you would have been better off keeping your normal gold helmet than that black monstrosity they had. This is great. We were talking about it on Monday. Me and Jordan were kind of putting out the odds on Jimmy and Hanny's show about what the helmet was going to be. We were both kind of in agreement that like white helmet was the way to go. I think it looks really good. I'm assuming since they didn't put out the rest of the uni, it's just going to be with the all white. Because like a lot of people were throwing out there, do they go gold jersey? Like a white, gold, white situation. Looks like all white.
I think it looks good. Gold jersey, I don't think anybody's ever done that well.
No, for sure. And they actually did it back when, like, I think it was Reggie Bush's rookie year.
That was like Aaron Brooks days.
Yeah, they've done it a few times. It was gold with black numbers, which didn't look
they
great.
didn't do it well.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard. Gold is a tough number to get. Like even I love the face mask. I love how it's gold. That was like the thing that popped out.
I think with the numbers, it will look good.
I think so. I think it'll really look good on camera on the field. Now, gold is hard to match, so like just from maybe it's the lighting, the face mask doesn't really match the fleur-de-lis, but I know it's a tough thing to match.
I'm gonna wait for it to see it on the field on TV, fully with the color rush uni. But as of now, kind of out on the gold face mask. But I don't hate it. I love the rest of the helmet though.
It's a huge improvement over the black.
It is, yeah.
Regardless of what you think of the white,
disgusting.
The black was awful.
Yeah, and I believe I did see like that's the only uniform they're wearing it with is the color rush, right?
Yeah,
they're not trying to do anything else. Yeah, that would not make.
I think they're calling this their color rush helmet.
Right.
So,
fleur-de-lis could be a little bit bigger on the side of the helmet, but
yeah,
nitpicking a little bit.
I don't know. I like with the with the white helmet it being like. I like the size it is. I think you could overdo it with like the bigger helmet. I think it can look a little cartoonish. You got to be careful with the fleur-de-lis on the gold stripe too. That it doesn't make everything look too busy. I think the nice thing about a white helmet is it's like
simple,
clean, simple,
Yeah.
tight. I think all the fleur-de-lis you can screw it up a little too much with too many details.
Brandon Hosworth does confirm that they've already said that they're only wearing them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would
Yeah.
The Saints have like, to me, probably the best uniforms in the NFL. Like they're just clean, nice. The blacks, I like the black ones. I mean,
Packers have the best.
I don't like that green and yellow.
The Packers?
I don't like green and yellow.
No, the Chargers.
I love the Chargers helmet, not the one with the number on the side.
Oh, I love the one. I love it.
You like the number? See, I like it better
with
with that.
Throwback to the AFL days.
Yeah, no, I get it. A lot of people like the throwback. I don't know if y'all can tell up there on the screen. There's actually flex in that helmet.
That'll probably look good under the lights.
Yeah, it'll look good.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I like
Are these
that.
sparklies?
Yeah.
You think those are
Yeah.
sparklies?
I like the little
I
sparklies.
think so. I think so.
Something like that.
These gold specs.
Yeah.
It'll look good under the lights.
I like the sparklies.
It'll be good.
I don't know. It's like
it would look good in the dome. I promise. It'll look good in the dome.
looks like vanilla bean ice cream a little bit.
Oh, don't tempt me with a good time.
Who has the worst NFL uniforms? Well, okay, so
Hey.
the best.
The Packers.
So the best to me.
The Commanders until yesterday.
So the best to me
True.
are
bad.
the Ravens All Blacks.
Because
true. I do love
every single player. I've said this. I don't know who their tailor is. I don't know who that person is. Whoever tailors the Ravens uniforms is the GOAT.
Incredible.
The GOAT. Absolutely.
You could look
They
like
are swag.
Gumby in somebody
They are
else's
swag.
uniform, and you look like Hercules in the Ravens uniform.
No doubt.
You could look like melted candle wax in one uniform and Zeus in their uniform.
Yeah,
it's
they
just
look
the way
great.
it is.
Try to like. There never has been a bigger glow up than going from wearing the Colts all whites to the Ravens all blacks.
I was going to say the Falcons' terrible ATL jerseys.
Those are bad. Those are bad. Those are bad. Bad.
Colts all white's not bad.
But you can't
be
look
up here.
like-
You can't be up here talking about the Packers.
You could look like melted candle wax for sure.
Yeah, you can, for sure.
especially
all white is
especially
tough.
the quarterbacks with the quarterback sleeves on that.
Worst unis. For me, I've never liked Seattle's uniforms.
Yeah, I don't like
whether
Seattle's
whether
either.
it's the green, whether
When
it's what they wear
first
now.
came out, you don't lie. Because I remember you shooting me a text message.
Oh well, I was
when you were there.
That was
and
the year I was
going
there.
I was going on a free agent visit. You're like, and you get to wear these awesome uniforms.
Yeah, wow.
Their color rush unis are disgusting.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah.
Well, even going back to like Sean Alexander, Matt Hasselbeck, I didn't love those.
Yeah, the old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Now,
I've
now
never
Steve
loved
Largent days.
No,
awesome.
I'm talking
Ricky
like
Waters days.
when they wore when
Like
they went to
old
the
80s.
when they went to the Super Bowl against the Steelers.
Yeah, I
it was
know
like
what
the
you're talking about.
all
Yeah, right.
greenish blue. I didn't like that.
And if they weren't such a classic team and it wasn't for Jim Brown, I mean, the Cleveland Browns uniforms are. If they were a new team, if they were an expansion team and came out with that uni, you'd be like, oh, well, this is terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible.
Yeah, the Browns are
But
awful.
because of their classic, it's a
Well,
classic
first off,
uniform
like-
and everybody respects it.
Their name's the Browns, and the color you think of is orange, which is stupid.
Sure.
Their logo is their orange helmet. That's their logo.
There's so many teams that I don't understand. I know we got to go to break that have better throwback uniforms and they don't wear them. I mean, I would kind of throw the Saints into that category. But like when you think about the Miami Dolphins, how elite their throwback uniforms are,
Yeah.
and then
They
they
do
wear
it.
they wear Aquafresh uniforms now.
Well, then
Like,
even
it's
their logo,
terrible.
they used to have the dolphin with the old helmet on. Now they have like a little side profile of like a hand-drawn dolphin that looks terrible.
I would say probably one of my favorite NFL uniforms of all time is the Houston Oilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
For sure.
The Titans
The
brought those
Titans,
back.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
that's
they
a
should bring
team
it back.
that's bad now is the Titans. Because they still have the baby blue and white, but now they're like, let's
they're
wear
coming-
baby
I
blue
think
with
they're
navy
coming out with
blue.
new uniforms this year. I
Are they?
think.
Because the past couple of years they've worn navy blue with baby blue. Like, who decided that? That's terrible.
All right, before we go out, favorite uniform that's a little, it's got a little controversy when you say it because not everybody thinks it's good looking.
In the NFL?
One that you like that's not like universally
think about
loved.
this.
I don't know. Yeah, I need to think
And when
about
we
it.
come back, we'll answer that here on OTB.
Off the bench.
You know what you can do with your bad uniforms?
Throw them in the trash.
Right up in it.
Or like a red trash can.
Yep,
Or a
even
roll-off
better.
dumpster.
Yep. So if you got like the Chiefs uniforms, it'll actually color match Trash Rangers trash cans. TrashRangers.com is the website. Sign up for residential commercial service right there at the bottom of the website. Remember those roll-off dumpsters, 3 different sizes to choose from. So give them a call at 225-612-2477. Hey, here's what we've got going on. Here's our project. What size do we need? And they're going to make sure that you have the right size dumpster. TrashRangers.com.
Whatever the project is, residential, commercial, industrial, whatever. Give them a call. See how they can help, whether it's residential pickup. They'll give you text reminders of when they're coming so you don't forget the trash, whether it's your job and you just need a dumpster that's picked up once a week, twice a week, roll-off dumpster, whatever it is. Give them a call. Visit their website today, TrashRangers.com.
With bold leadership and a growing population, Louisiana is rewarding excellence, attracting high-value companies, and fueling opportunity. Louisiana is winning now, and the sky is the limit. With every region and industry growing across a beautiful state that's more than a culture, it's a community with a quality of life that's more than satisfying. It's sustainable because the Louisiana you thought you knew is better than ever now. Come home, Louisiana.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on
low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance, Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, and welcome back in to OTB. Tay-Tay, NFL uniform that you like and others don't really care for it.
Yeah, I was telling y'all during break, the all-gray Detroit Lions. Don't know why I've always liked it. It's the gray helmet, gray jersey, gray pants, blue numbers.
They still have that even though they hit refresh last year.
Yeah. They still now they break out the all black too, which I don't like, but I've always liked the all gray.
I'll go Carolina Panthers. Silver, black, silver. I love them. We were the Panthers in baseball growing up, like before they were a team. So like in 93, 94, and I think they came in 95 maybe. And so we used to have like our uniforms, but then that team came and we changed our uniforms to their colors. So Carolina
that's a
Panthers,
sneaky good.
silver,
Like
black,
I always
silver.
like the silver Panthers helmet and then all white, the white on white with the silver. They got the blue jersey. Like Panthers are
the all white uniforms are probably the best, and just from like everybody's standpoint when you do them well. So I was thinking about, but just because I'm partial to purple and yellow from LSU, I like the
purple and gold.
I like the Vikings purple helmet, white jersey, purple pant uniforms away. And then my controversial one is an alternate throwback. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers Bumblebee uniforms.
Do you? That is a controversial.
It's very
Why
controversial.
not? Why not? It's fun.
What?
I don't know. I just looked up two teams and I saw that one. So I'll tell you what uniform I don't like. It's
a whole segment we're doing here, yeah.
College football, Tennessee Grays.
I hate all of their uniforms.
I was still.
I like their
that's my
classic.
least
Their
favorite in the
classic's great.
conference.
Their grays are terrible. Their gray helmet, stupid.
Yeah, Alondra, do you have one?
I was gonna go with the Panthers, but I actually like. This is probably controversial too. I don't hate the Browns uniforms. I actually kind of like them.
Yeah, it's worse than the Bumblebee take.
Off the bench.
I don't think it is. Those are
The Bumblebee's bad.
tacky.
Yeah, that's.
How about the giant striped one?
You just don't want to have the worst.
Theo Johnson.
take.
Theo Johnson ruined that. You know who will never ruin your time? All-Star Toyota. They're going to make sure you are in a new vehicle, one that you love, one that fits all of your needs. But if you're not looking to buy new, if you're just looking to lease, same thing. If you're not looking to lease, you're just looking to rent, guess what? Same thing. Everything's available. They're going to make sure that all of your needs are met over there at All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Yeah, if you're in the market for whatever it is, if you need a big car for a job, if you're hauling a bunch of stuff, you got a lawn company, if you need to put stuff in the back, if you need to haul trailers, whatever it is, if you got a big family, you got to seat a lot of people. If you're single and just looking to mingle and want a cool car, go check them out, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Thursday, July 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 90. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll talk some LSU Cruton. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2, OTB. I'm going to throw it right back to Tay because he mentioned some Cruton news. There is a big decision going down today here in the capital city.
Yeah, Lamar Brown, the big one that everybody's waiting for. I mean, a lot of people say this could be the #1 lineman in the country, regardless of position. He's committing today at U-High at around 12:15, so it'll probably be more like 12:45. But it's a 2-horse race right now. LSU, Texas A&M. The guy's been back and forth. I mean, you remember it was the controversy that everybody freaked out about, that he canceled his LSU trip, went to A&M. Yep. Everybody freaked out, went back to LSU. They got the final visit. Like, it's been neck and neck right now. It'll come down to the wire for sure.
He is right now on On3.com, the #7 overall player in the country, regardless of position. He plays offense and defensive line there for U-High. Great young man. Really enjoyed watching him play over the last couple of years. And, you get a little nervous whenever it's somebody that is a Baton Rouge guy. right? Do they want to spend the next 3-4 years in the same city? And you get real nervous when it's a UI player just because they've gone to school on LSU's campus basically their entire life. And he is one of the best players, as we said, top 10 player regardless of position. It would be a massive get for LSU here in this next recruiting class. And I know that I think Texas and Miami are the other teams. I'm sure they'll have a place at the table, but it is Texas A&M and LSU.
Yeah, you got to thinking about just recruiting in general, especially when you're recruiting a hometown guy. First of all, you got to say, well, I hope Baton Rouge treated him well up to this point in his life, and he wants to stay for about 4 more years. But it's so interesting just in our world. It's like what conversations are going on behind like closed doors on all these recruits. And we're not just talking about the specific one, but behind all closed doors with all these other schools. Like, is there offers being thrown out? How, like, what kind of money gets talked? Is there's agents involved? I'm so curious about how all that plays out in the recruiting of high. I know it does when you're going from college to college because they have a little bit more support once they're in college, I think. Yeah. As far as like negotiating and talking about the money part of things. But when you're talking about coaches sitting in a 16, 17-year-old's living room, what kind of conversations are happening?
What kind of conversations, like this is more of an old school conversation, not the NIL. And like you can go find like Rivals, who's now part of On3, like they have NIL value and the evaluation for a Lamar Brown. But I'm talking about like just old school conversations about later in life. And I know those don't happen as much, but for me, it was an easier sell to come to LSU because Coach Saban's like, hey, if you want to be set up for the rest of your life, here's how it happens. You're from Louisiana. You go to LSU, you play well, you play in the league for a little bit, and you come back, and Louisiana takes care of you. That was the sell, and it's been very true in my life. You came from out of state. What was maybe the main talk? Because that was it. That was the main talk to me, to my parents, whoever. That was it. For somebody coming out of state, what was like the main point?
Yeah. Man, I was so just at that stage of my life, I was so just like what's right in front of me mindset. And yeah, I've told the story so many times about like I grew up a Baylor fan. I grew up like in the old, at my young days, the old Southwestern Conference fan. And then, of course, the Big 12. And then when I was getting recruited in high school, when my eyes were open to the SEC, I first went to my first SEC game ever was Tennessee at Alabama on a recruiting trip. Yep. It wasn't my recruiting trip. It was a friend of mine that was a year older. It was his recruiting trip. And I was like, I looked around and like all the tailgate in the stadium. I'm like looking around like, what the hell is this? Like, and that's when I fell in love with the SEC. So I knew I wanted to go to a school in the SEC. But I was just the recruiting pitch was, for me, it was pretty easy. It was like LSU is in the SEC. I know I want to go there. At the time when I was getting recruited, Rohan Davey was out there just spinning it, throwing it all over the place. And I was like, all right, well, this is the guy that's recruiting me, Jimbo Fisher, is the guy that created that offense and is running that offense, play calling that. Like, so the opportunity was there. They showed a lot of interest in me. So then you want to go to a place where you were wanted, of course. And they did. I mean, that was just total old school recruiting style back then. It's like you gotta make the players like you. You got to make them feel wanted. You got to make them feel important. You got to do all the things, right? But it wasn't ever like, man, I'm going to go there and I'm going to, like your story. I mean, that's a great recruiting tactic for you from Louisiana, play in Louisiana, come back, you're set for life. That was never like part of my mindset. I never even had the mindset when I was in high school of like, oh, I can go play at the next level. Right. When I got to college, I wasn't like, oh, I can go play at the next level. It was just like what's directly in front of me. But LSU is just the place that I went and visited, and I knew I wanted to play in the SEC, fell in love with it, and I don't know. I guess I just keep living for the moment.
Look at you.
Yeah, look at me.
I
don't like to plan ahead.
I think we know. Yeah, we know.
Like Deshaun Foster.
Yeah, right. The UI portion of it is interesting. Just just because like I understand, like I get it. Like that was one of my fears sending my children to U-High. Like, man, are they gonna like want to go somewhere else just because like, Dad, I've gone here for 12 straight years?
Spread their wings.
Right? Do I want to go somewhere different? I mean, their school literally like it's literally on campus, right? So that's always like a worry there. But
you said they get to go like get food at the Union.
Yeah, they do, and that's
cool.
that's part of what they do. Yeah, it's cool, and but that's always like one of the things that you worry about. But this is a player that you've got a real opportunity at. You've got a real shot at. And look, no matter what happens today, I don't think that either school stops recruiting Lamar Brown. That's just going to continue to happen. A&M, LSU, both those schools. And actually, they would be doing themselves a disservice if they did not continue to recruit him, unless he's just like, I completely, totally want to shut it down. I don't want to field calls because I'm worried about the season. I get that, but I'll just say this, and I'm biased, no doubt about it. Purple and gold glasses here. I've said it once, I've said it a million times, and let's go 1,000,001. Mm-hmm. Matt, coming from Texas, had Texas, Baylor, Texas Tech, Houston, A&M, whatever, right? If this was a Mississippi conversation, you've got Mississippi State and you've got Ole Miss, all right? If this was a Georgia conversation, even Georgia Tech won a national championship in the 90s, right? If this was an Alabama conversation, well, you've got Auburn, you've got Alabama. If you are talking in the state of Florida, you got Miami, you got Florida, you got Florida State. I think what makes Louisiana unique, and this is not a shot at Louisiana Tech or ULL or any of that, they're good programs, but we all know what it is. From top to bottom, east to west, LSU is king. And if you have the opportunity to be from Louisiana and go to LSU, it is a true 40-year decision, not a 4-year decision. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't matter where you're at in the state, right? No place hates LSU. Like if you're in Texas and you're in Austin, well, they hate A&M. If you're in Auburn, Alabama, they hate Alabama. If you're in Tuscaloosa, they hate Auburn, right? In the surrounding areas, right? LSU is different in that way. To the success that they've had and the advantages that they have and the things they can give you after life.
And that's what makes LSU fans,
on the football field
like so great, such great sports fans and such also harsh sports fans as well, because they know ball, they love ball, they're passionate about it. We all are. Like everybody in Louisiana passionate about the Tigers and the Saints or whoever we cheer for in Louisiana. And if you are good to them, they're good to you, and probably a little bit of vice versa. But I mean, it's but that's what makes it so great. That's why people want to go here. And I would say to this kid and any other kid, like, take your time in the process. Enjoy the recruitment, like the whole thing. Make your visits. Go see other places. But like, and at the end of the day, when you decide to make a commitment, and this is like what my dad preached with me and what I would, hope to preach to my kids if they ever got the opportunity, it's like, we're going to visit. We're going to keep an open mind. We're going to see other places, see what other people say, have to offer, blah, blah, blah. Like once we make a commitment, that's our commitment. Like we shut it down. Like if we commit to somebody and promise them that we're going to come there, unless they do something that they said they weren't going to do, then so like when I was getting recruited, the first time I met with them, when they offered me a scholarship, we're taking 2 quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
We have to have 2. We're taking 2. I said, great. I said, I'll be your first to commit.
Yeah.
So I did. And then a month later, Robert Lane committed.
Oh, whoa.
So
Robert Lane, Neville.
Yep.
Shout out to the Monroe area.
Ended up playing tight end fullback at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, good dude.
I've told you my Robert Lane story.
Well, no, but let me finish this story.
Okay.
So, but I'm
proud of you for finishing your story, by the way.
Thank you. I see squirrels a lot. I'm going to finish this one. But I committed to him. So it's like, and he's great. And I knew up front, 2 quarterbacks, blah, blah, blah. The only wavering I ever did was the week leading up to signing day. They were still, even though they had both of us committed, they were still hard recruiting Jamarcus.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you got 2 committed. You said you were taking 2. You're not pulling a scholarship from me or Robert.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, they're not going to say, sorry, you don't get it anymore.
Right.
Because we committed to him, right?
Yeah.
It just didn't work that way. That's a really bad impression. It was pretty public that these kids are committed. And I was like, so, like what's up? Like, And then
Hey,
so I
Jimbo,
almost ended
what
up decommitting like the night before.
Ooh.
So Robert Lane did decommit.
He did.
And I almost decommitted the night before just because of that. So like if the college does something that they said they weren't going to do, right? Then okay, the commitment you can maybe go back on that at that point. But we almost switched over to A&M.
Oh,
I know, Landra. Sorry. So Francione was Francione was a coach at
questionable.
Alabama.
We did not know this before we hired him here.
I wasn't an A&M fan growing up. Okay, Francione.
Went there.
Francione was the first like big school to offer me a scholarship. Like he offered me a scholarship like on the field of their spring game, like in the middle of like in front of all the fans. Like it was kind of a cool story.
Yeah.
But he leaves that job to go to Texas A&M job, and this is like the week before signing day or something like that. He's on his like opening press conference, taking the job at A&M, and I'm watching the press conference at home. And press conference is over, and like a minute or two later, my phone's ringing. It's him, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you want to come be my quarterback?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "No, I'm sorry, I'm committed." But then the whole thing where they kept recruiting Jamarcus was happening.
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, maybe I do want to go over there. I don't know." So I remember I talked to Jimbo for
I'm glad you didn't.
for like 2 hours the night before signing day. Me and talked to Jimbo.
You know how many words Jimbo can get in 2 hours?
Oof.
You know how many?
All the words.
You know how many?
Every word.
17-year-old me got in?
0.
Probably not a lot.
0.
Oh my gosh, you would have been out there at yell practice.
Yep.
Whoop.
Well, look, and if it didn't work out there at quarterback, I could have been a yell leader.
That's Taylor.
We have too many yell leaders
The
in
most
here. Like one
yell
too many.
leader person in this building, but they keep
But
saying
Taylor,
it.
you're not
It's
you're not the most.
I'm up there.
You see all those push-ups they do though?
You're not the
There is
most.
at least 6 people I could rip right now that are more yell leader. At least.
Let's see. In this
Hunt,
building,
Moscona, Musso, right there off the bat.
I don't think Moose would
I
be.
could see I could see Moose. If it like LSU baseball needed a yell leader, he'd be in that number. Same thing for Hunt.
Hunt is a yell leader.
Yeah,
he
true.
went to yell practice.
That's very true. A couple things before we take a break. George the Greek says, wrong day for Hester to wear the A&M hat. It's actually a Lenora Sellers hat because he kept beating Flynn in NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's a
Good
Mississippi State hat because I want him to know who Jeff Levy is.
Good coach.
You know?
Swag.
Could be a lot
They
of
are
different
swag.
things, George,
Jeff
although I
is swag.
appreciate the comment. Good call. Robert Lane's story. I've told this on air before, and statute of limitations is over. I didn't tell it for like 20 years. So in the recruiting process, you get head coach's numbers, right? And like you save them in your phone because like if the head coach calls, you want it to, answer or whatever. It's not like it is today. Like it, is what it is. Like you had like 4 or 5 head coaches in your phone. That's the only way you can get in contact with them. There was no text messages. There was no social media. So my buddies get my phone one time, and I don't even think anything of it. I'm like, what are they doing over there? Playing Snake? And so later on in the night, like, we're high school kids doing stupid things probably. But they're like, hey, let's do it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. What are we doing?
Yeah, okay, sure.
So my buddy, he gets his phone based off a number he had already gotten out of my phone.
Oh, boy.
And he calls it. And this is the day after signing day, your class. And this man called Coach Saban.
Oh, my God.
And he said, hey, this is blah, blah, blah from this blah, blah, blah paper or whatever. I'm like, and I don't know who's on the phone, but I know something's going down, and I'm panicking. He's like, I just want to get a quote on Robert Lane coming to LSU and how that's going to work out and maybe the future for Robert Lane. And I wasn't listening. Like, it wasn't speakerphone back then. But they tell me that he says, don't you know Robert Lane didn't sign here? He signed with Ole Miss. And my buddy said, yeah, that's because this is a prank call, you idiot.
Prank calling Saban's elite.
Yeah, dummy.
I mean, that's
And
some
y'all,
cojones.
I mean, my palms are sweaty still thinking about that. And that was 22 years
Was
ago.
it on speaker? Did they have speakerphone?
No,
back
they had
then?
speakerphone, so I didn't hear what he said. But my buddy said, all he said was, don't you know he signed with Ole Miss? And that's why he's like, yeah, it's a prank call, you idiot. Do y'all want to know? This is really going behind the scenes here. Do y'all want to know where that guy ended up playing college football and who he ended up playing college football for?
Absolutely.
Alabama and Nick Saban.
I'm assuming he never told Saban that.
Probably not. Man,
it's a prank call, you idiot.
Y'all don't understand. I was not. I had Coach Saban's number, but I was by no means guaranteed to go to LSU at that point, right? And I'm like, what was it, star 6-7 or star 6-9?
Yeah,
What'd you push?
star 6-7.
Star 6-7, but so to hide your number. I mean, I'm panicking. What if it didn't work? What if it came through? Did you just ruin my future?
Yeah.
Is my future over now?
How much do we trust star 67?
I actually never tried it.
I think so.
Back in the day, it was big.
Look, I was in a conversation last week
with star
where
6-7
people still use it.
T-Pow said, "I'd rather prank call 911 than Saban." y'all have to understand.
Wait, I'm gonna prank call Flynn right now.
So that actually still works.
My buddy, he was just, that was him. Wasn't gonna panic. It didn't matter who it was. But for about 3 months, I was panicked that Coach Saban knew that it was me who he got the number from.
Anytime he gets onto you practice, you're like, damn.
Oh,
does he know?
Dude, are you doing it right now?
I'm trying.
Star 6-7.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, she's got to get nobody knows numbers by heart anymore.
I know. I'm going back and forth.
Don't say it on the mic.
I thought she was for a little bit because I was about
555.
That's not it.
That would be really funny if I did tell your number on air.
On accident.
Okay, I'm star 6-7-ing.
Check this out. Can you zoom in?
Does it say unknown?
It says no caller ID.
No caller ID right there.
That's crazy because
Still
on mine,
works.
on
It
mine it
still
says I'm
Matt
calling
Flynn.
Matt
Yeah.
Flynn, even if I have star 6-7.
I'll be darned.
Wild.
Still works. I bet AI knows.
Oh, ask AI who's calling me right now?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. I'll just.
Or what
Robert Lane.
China knows.
China.
Turned into a fullback and never really panned out.
I remember hanging out with him at Reggie's back in the day. He came in when they had an off week. We were out there in that back corner,
Jason Spadoni there too.
Mm-hmm.
With his shirt off.
Absolutely. Sweat towel, back pocket.
Called that a soldier rag. That's what was your boy? That's what he called it.
Which one?
Ricky Clausen. That's what he called it. His soldier rag.
How do you know that? You weren't. I wasn't in school with him.
One of my visits, I was with Maxwell and Bull, I think. We're giving all the names today.
Just exposing everybody.
It's over 20-something years. Nobody cares.
Statute of limitations.
And one of those names I just gave was a nickname. Nobody knows.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Rick Clausen, though, man, when he left with the Tennessee, everybody thought he was going to be the guy, and then Eric Ainge had something to say about that.
Rick Clausen did kind of come in and beat us on a Monday night in 2005.
Yeah. Was that Les' first game?
No. First year. First game was Arizona State.
Oh, that's right. That was the one that got moved because of the. Well, they both got moved.
That team was too damn good to lose that game.
I know. Up 21-0 at halftime. They couldn't stop Joe Adai. What happened? How did we lose that game?
I have no idea.
We threw a throwback screen to me, and it was going to be. I could have done the icky shuffle into the end zone.
Gritty.
And one of our tight ends, I don't want to put him on blast. He missed the block, and so Jamarcus
putting everybody else on blast.
Well, that's different than when you miss a play. So Jamarcus had to throw it at my feet, and I remember being mad at Jamar, what do you do? Why are you throwing? He's like, because you would have got crushed for a 5-yard loss. He said it in a different way. There was a couple more choice words because I used some choice words too. Yeah, that was an overtime, I believe, of that. Maybe not. Maybe final drive or something.
There was a 4th and 1 on the goal that they had. This is a prank call, you idiot.
All right. I don't want to talk about that Tennessee game ever again in my life. More OTB when we come back. God bless you.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommies.com, GEAUX Tommies with a Y.com. That is the website for Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding, where they continue to stack awards. They are basically The Celtics when like Larry Bird was there. The Bulls when Michael Jordan was there.
Olympic dream team.
The Warriors whenever Steph Curry was making every three that he put up. Bill Russell Celtics. You also throw them in there. The point is they win year after year after year after year. They are the best in Baton Rouge. That's not just us saying that, even though we say that obviously fully leaded. That is the Advocate saying that. Best of 2025 windows. Tommy's. GoTommy's.com.
GoTommy's.com. Go check them out. Go see testimonials on their website. Go see their gallery. You can actually see the work that they've done. Windows, doors, siding. You talk about lifetime warranties. That's if they put a window in. That's for your entire life. GoTommy's.com. See what they can do. GoTommy's.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Dubs on the Cadillac, white tees, Nikes, gangsters don't know how to act. Adamsville, Bankhead, College Park, Harbor Home, Hummus floating on chrome, choking on that homegrown.
Locked in on LSU Football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Who is the biggest LSU recruit that LSU missed on that everybody thought was going to be just doomsday situation and the player didn't turn out to really be anything?
He was a decent college player. Joe McKnight, though. People had a meltdown. Joe McKnight. And, like, LSU had a ton of success right after he left.
I wasn't even, like,
that's where my head was going.
I wasn't even here. Like, I was playing.
Yeah.
We were in the NFL, right?
How much college ball did you watch when you played in the NFL?
Not a lot.
I didn't watch. I don't think.
I watched only LSU, and I was not like locked in like I am now. I mean, I had the game on, but like, you know, I didn't know the depth chart, if that's what you're asking. No, I didn't. I knew my buddies who were still on the team, you know, like Shep and Perry and T-Bob and people like that.
Yeah, I watched LSU. But that was,
Y'all just missed him. His freshman year was 07.
Okay. Like,
I do remember. I do remember that fallout, though.
Did we? Oh, he would have been here when we were here.
Year was 07.
See,
so that was y'all's last year.
I felt like we were in the NFL already, but I guess not. I don't know why. Like, I don't remember that being such a. I remember it being a huge deal. Like, people were like, "Oh my God, he's got this color shirt on." He's
we
gonna
had just
commit
won
there.
the national championship, and we were training for combines and like celebrating. We weren't locked into signing day.
I don't know. That does feel like a big one. Robert Lane feels like a big one, even though maybe that wasn't because Jamarcus and you both signed, so LSU fans probably weren't like completely torn up because you got two quarterbacks.
I wonder if at the time they like told Robert like, "Hey, if Jamarcus signs, you're out," type deal, or they just didn't. They felt disrespected because they kept recruiting. I don't know.
John David Booty, my high school quarterback, not going to LSU. And remember, John David actually graduated high school early and went to USC. He was my class, but we had all taken, like, all of us took summer school to get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had enough credits to
But he
graduate.
panned out, right?
Yeah, he did. He went 2 rows.
I was just thinking, I went to work done.
Oh, God, well, if we had that list of like
back.
guys that didn't, like it could be Ed Reed, it could be Reggie Wayne. I'm talking about like players that got so built up, and you're like, oh my gosh, man, LSU missed on this guy. This guy's gonna terrorize LSU for multiple.
Isn't there
years.
a kid that, of course, Devontae Smith, but wasn't there another kid from A-Meet that went to Bama?
Yeah, it's Ishmael Sopsher. He was a bust.
Oh my God.
However, though.
Recruiting guy.
There
Let's go.
There were rumblings.
I forgot about
There were
him.
some people who had issues with him when he was in high school, though.
But I covered their
big.
state championship game for CST, and oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's a great one. That's a good pull there.
Ishmael
Look
I
at
remember
you. How about that?
Not a big deal, really, if you think about it.
Feels like a huge deal.
2014. Everybody, it was the Under Armour All-American game, and everybody's like, LSU's going 5 for 5. Y'all remember 5 for 5 on these recruits?
Oh yeah.
You got 2 for 5. And
Who were
everybody
the 5?
Everybody freaked out. The 2 you got, Leonard Fournette and Jamal Adams. The 3 you missed on, Speedy Noyle, Tony Brown, Gerald Willis. You got the 2 best by far.
The only reason I know one of those humans is because his name's Speedy.
Right.
I don't even know the other 2.
Played at A&M, didn't do anything. Tony Brown went to Alabama. He was a corner, didn't really do anything. And then Gerald Willis bounced around on like 5 different teams.
Gunnar Kill, the guy that did not have the chest to play at LSU, according to Coach Miles.
Didn't have the chest? What about his gait? How's that?
I don't know, but I know about his chest.
Someone in the chat saying Eddie Lacy, Landon Collins. I feel like those guys kind of panned a little bit. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Eddie
We're not talking about guys that panned out.
Yeah.
Like Eddie Lacy played a long time in the NFL. Landon Collins played a long time in the NFL. Like not those guys. I'm talking about like guys that like did not turn into the player
Brock
that we
Berlin.
Yeah, I mean Brock didn't Brock played in the NFL, so it's hard to say like he didn't turn into anything. He won an Orange Bowl as a starting quarterback in Miami, but I do understand like to what the height of like Brock Berlin has a day in Shreveport. It's Brock Berlin Day. He was a Gatorade National Player of the Year, USA Today Player of the Year. That one, like I had no idea. I was a freshman. Like I had no idea, like recruiting or like the impact of him not going to LSU.
I thought he was the greatest football player to ever play.
A lot of people.
I thought in high school, I thought he was better than Troy Aikman.
A lot of people like. You're not the only person I've heard say that. I mean, he was so good, but I didn't understand a guy like that not going to LSU at the time. Like I just didn't know. I'm like, oh, he's going to Florida. Steve Spurrier, they'll throw the football. Okay, that makes sense. Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm sure that one did hurt. And there was my high school. My high school's had a lot of players.
LSU wasn't good.
That did not go to LSU. You had, Abram and Josh Booty went to LSU. Certainly some peaks and valleys there on the field and from the fan base. Now, they had some great times. I mean, Josh was all SEC one year. Abram certainly had big moments in an LSU uniform. But, like, there was a long period of time where guys from my high school did not work out at LSU.
Yeah. Which
actually a lot.
Which Evangel players ended up having a good NFL career besides yourself?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I know I'm missing somebody. I think there's somebody now that plays for the Ravens for a long time.
In the chat,
it's a great question. I'm gonna look that up while you're talking.
In the chat, people are bringing up Dylan Moses as well, but I know injuries kind of were a big issue there. Dylan Moses, great dude though.
Yeah,
super great guy.
Yeah, he actually is training people at Elite.
Yeah, I know.
And
Huck and Twos were over there with him last week. Yeah,
nice. Let's go.
Yeah,
Memphis
super great
has been
guy.
to him before.
Wish him nothing but success.
And his brother now playing for LSU.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to look this up because Trent Taylor, Evangel guy, was still like bouncing back and forth. Yeah.
He was
Louisiana Tech, and then for the 49ers for a while. Trent Taylor, shout out, UCA.
Yeah, so Evangel's a bunch of system players over there.
Darius Washington is the player from Evangel that plays corner for the Ravens. He is in his 4th season. That's somebody else. But that's a great question. I need to do some research on that. Need some research. But yes, we were system players.
Absolutely, we were.
Dude, we were throwing the football before anybody else did. Now, I'm not saying like we didn't have talent. We obviously did. But we were 5 wide when y'all were in the wing tee.
Not only were y'all 5 wide, Brock was at least 7 yards back from the center.
Oh, it was
taking a 5 to 7 step drop from there. He was throwing the ball from 10 to 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It was like a 9-yard shotgun because we didn't have the offensive line to be able to block. And we had quarterbacks that could make every throw, so it just made sense. We also had coaches that were like former college coordinators. Like at places like UL Monroe and Louisiana Tech, but still like college coordinators coaching high school and being our coordinators then. Like our receivers coach my junior year was once the offensive coordinator at Louisiana Tech, the receivers coach.
Yep.
So you paired that together with system and coaching.
I saw it firsthand in Tyler, Texas. My family went to watch in the Tyler Rose Bowl, John Tyler play Evangel. This is 1999 or 2000. I can't remember. But this is John Tyler, who had won the Texas 5A state championship like 5 times in the 90s. It's like that famous high school clip of Plano East versus John Tyler, like the good gosh almighty Joe Friday, and like the guy that melts down. Because
I could throw up.
We should throw that clip on today during the show. But so they're playing. The only pass that John Tyler ever did was like a 3-step dump to the tight end, like the dump route. Like you're throwing it straight to the tight end before he gets to the linebackers. That's the only pass they ever did. And so they're running like scat. They run wide toss, like the quarterback would turn and like underhand spiral toss it out wide to the run. They would play like 9 running backs in a game. They had so many athletes. They were just fast. They beat everybody to the edge. And they won so many state championships. So can you imagine? That's your offense. That's what you know. And then Evangel comes in, throwing the ball. It's like the scene from Remember the Titans when they played that one the shotgun team. It was like, they're like, what do we do? We've never seen this before. We don't even know. Didn't even know this existed. And they destroyed them. He threw for over 300 yards in the first half.
Yeah. We ran the same system that we ran in San Diego in Norv. Like we ran a West Coast kind of number system. Those principles, though, in high school when literally nobody was doing that. And eventually once people started to catch up, it was more difficult. But then Evangel got better players, and then they kind of could still compete. And then we kind of changed it up my junior and senior year. We went to more of a pro-style offense where we were throwing the football, but we did some under the center stuff. But, yeah, Evangel was dominant because they had really good quarterbacks, really good coaches, and a really good scheme and in the beginning of the process.
Colby Reynolds in the chat says, wrong. He was 11 yards deep.
He might have been 11. I mean, Colby, you might be right.
It was a punt.
Our center, let's see, was that Craig DeSoto? I think was his name.
Did you have to snap it like this?
No, yeah, it was like a deep snap. I was literally about to say that. It was pretty much like he was throwing it back there to the punter because the punter's at 15. You got the bomb squad in front of you. Hold long enough until Brock can throw this 10-yard out route, which is really about a 23-yard
I can just see a high school, like 75-year-old ref out there, the first game he sees it in Texas. Louisiana comes in. It's just like that scene we talked about yesterday from Semi-Pro. First play. Penalty. No, 2 penalties. I don't even know what this is. You can't line up that deep in offense. Just like that. Like, what the hell is going on? There has to be something illegal happening with this offense. Can you imagine? Like, you've been reffing games where there's 1 or 2 passes a game, then that comes to town.
And comes 45.
Like, there's got to be a rule that outlaws this.
All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back on the other side.
Off the bench.
All right, go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. If you're buying new, if you are leasing, if you are renting, everything is available, bigger, smaller, everything in between. No matter what your needs are, they're going to be met over at All-Star. So if you've got that last-minute summer vacation, if you've got the last-minute volleyball, soccer, baseball, softball tournament, and you've got some extra stuff in the back and your car is normally big enough, but it's not because of the stuff, get the Sienna, get the Sequoia, the Tacoma, the Tundra, all available, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com.
You're driving around and you're just thinking to yourself, it's time. Whether it's time because you just want an upgrade, you want a little bit, some new technology in your car, or maybe your car's just old and you're having to take it to the shop too many times. Go see what they got. You can go visit them on Airline near Goodwood, or you can go to their website, see what cars they actually have on the lot. You can start your trade-in process right there, see what your current car is worth, see how much you can get off a brand new one. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Love at first sight, but you got a magic boy.
I've done a little research. Shreveport Evangel. Got a couple of active players. Ardarius Washington, safety, Baltimore Ravens. Jarek Bernard Converse, former LSU Tiger, active for the Jets. Elijah Chapman, active for the Giants. Miles Cole, active for the Jags. Trent Taylor, still active. Didn't know that. Shout out to Trent. Mike Baskerville, another LSU Tiger. Brock Berlin played 2 seasons. Keontae Dawson played 7 seasons. I played 6. Not the long list that I thought I was going to find. Joe McKnight did go to Evangel. Speaking of Joe McKnight, during Katrina for like 3 games.
Really?
Yeah. Like 3 games and then went back to New Orleans.
Did he claim him?
No, he played for John Curtis.
Okay. Was there a lot of people that played for other teams during that time?
I don't know. I was here. I wasn't worried about Evangel.
That's a good point.
We were worried about having some of my roommates' family members having to stay with us because they didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, that was a wild time.
Yeah.
Wild time. I remember practicing on the practice field, and Miles and all the coaches like saying, hey, once we get on the practice field, like we know there's a lot happening. This is a crazy situation. But like once we cross those white lines, focus on practice and don't look up. Because you looked up, there was like 20 Black Hawk helicopters, like medevacs. Just,
going to the PMAC.
I mean, there was stuff all over our head the whole time. They're like, just don't look up. Let's just 2 hours.
Yeah.
And after that, we're going to go bring supplies to the PMAC. We're going to go do all the things that we need to do to help and stay safe, protected, but don't look up.
It was.
You looked up, didn't you?
Oh, no doubt. For sure. That's how I knew
You
how many were up there.
Do you remember that practice the night, like basically the hurricane was hitting, and we were all back home, and we had to come back home. You know, it was like zombie apocalypse. I was the only person going south on I-49, and I got stopped like 10 times. Like, sir, what are you doing? Play LSU football. Coach said we got to be back, and like 10 times. But then we got back, and it's like, all right, we got to practice. And we were in the indoor, and you could just hear the wind and things just like slamming into the indoor.
Yep.
And we're sitting there. You remember we had the like those generator lights that were brought into the indoor because the power was out. What a wild time to be practicing football.
Getting ready for a football game.
Yeah. During an actual hurricane.
Actual, like, real life. Like, football doesn't matter at that point, right? But, like, real life stuff happening directly across the street. Real life, like, tragedies, heartbreak, and just, like, all that stuff happening. And, you know, at the time, you're like, football doesn't matter, like, with all this stuff's going on. But, like, I remember after we won that first game at Arizona State, and as trivial as sports were at that time, it was how many people did we like comes to us or hear from that were like, man, in a time where everything was disastrous, you know, we lost everything we have, we lost people, whatever it is. It's like at least I got to put a smile on my face for a little while, just for that, which was, you know, power sport though. It was pretty cool.
We made it interesting in Tempe, Arizona that day as well.
What a throw.
Yeah.
One of the most underappreciated throws. Jamarcus rolling left, slinging that thing.
Yep.
Glad they didn't review it.
They didn't have review.
I know.
Thank God. I don't know.
It was close. Maybe the angles would have been off, but
I don't know. I do not know. All right, we will take a break. We'll play a little catch-up. But before we do, as we've talked about this week, we are fired up to have Gulf Coast Office Products on the team. #1 copy machine dealer and printer distributor in the state of Louisiana. They can support you nationwide. They can support you anywhere you're at. They can support you through a human being and not a robot. No robots here. Interactive whiteboard, can't wait. Just one of the many things that they can provide for you. I mean, we're going to be breaking down tape. We're going to be X's and O's. We're going to have Alondra basically be our version of John Gruden by the time we're done.
Right. Yeah,
She's going to be Jane Gruden.
Jane Gruden.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to be a ball knower.
Yeah. We're gonna have. I mean, we got
Jane
you.
Madden.
We got you 11 personnel, 12 personnel. We taught you pass protection yesterday.
Yeah. The Gulf Coast office products, though, have you ever like called an 800 number? You get it's like, oh, press 1 or stay like read the menu again. 1 2 3 4 0. And you just kept pressing 0. Like, let me talk to a person. Let me talk to a person. No matter what that 0 means, they'll eventually get you there. Not at Gulf Coast office. You call them, especially if you're on the job. Like in your office, everything relies on what goes to the office. You're printing. If something goes down, you don't want your work to cease the rest of the day and a mechanic to come out the next day. Call them. They will get somebody out there as fast as possible. Talk to a human being. GCOPnet.com.
All right, more OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. PelicanRoof.com is the website for Pelican Roofing. And right there on the homepage, you can check out so many different things, the 5-star reviews, the instant roof quote right there on the top right corner of the site. You can check out the financing options that they have available right there. It is a tab. Click on it. They got great options there for the financing portion of it, and Flynn's going to tell you about those. But remember, they are in Lafayette. They are in Baton Rouge, in both. They have offices in both. They have boots on the ground in both. They're always doing something big in the local community as well. Go to the website, visit them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. They're everywhere. PelicanRoof.com.
A new roof is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big purchase. It's a big thing happening to your home, okay? 0% financing. Go to their website. Check it out. All qualified buyers. 0% finance for up to 21 months. How do you know if you're a qualified buyer? Call them. Go to their website. Start the process today for that new roof. PelicanRoof.com.
With bold leadership and a growing population, Louisiana is rewarding excellence, attracting high-value companies, and fueling opportunity. Louisiana is winning now, and the sky is the limit. With every region and industry growing across a beautiful state that's more than a culture, it's a community with a quality of life that's more than satisfying. It's sustainable because the Louisiana you thought you knew is better than ever now. Come home, Louisiana.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Alondra, I was trying to look up how much LSU used 11 personnel last year because now that you're a certified ball knower, you noticed that last year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look it up.
Y'all ever, like, for us, for Hester and I's age, we were middle school. Like, when boys are starting to like girls, girls starting to like boys, and like you're learning how to talk to girls. Still don't know, but at this time the song came out and girls were like would actually call boys scrubs.
Oh, this song?
Yeah.
They would actually call boys scrubs after the song came out.
I still call boys scrubs.
Do you?
If they're being a scrub, yeah.
Now it's a lot of.
You're either a scrub or
scrub.
you're a swag.
We were growing up.
I don't think that's a thing.
Scrub or swag.
Scrub or swag.
That could be a new dating app that you come
Jeff
up with.
Levy? Are you a scrub?
Late high school, it was F boy. That's what they used a lot.
Yeah, F boy.
That one hits harder.
No, it does for sure. But that's one that our school used probably before we graduated, I guess, like late high school.
Or bum. Bum's a good one.
Bum, you bum.
Don't be a bum, bro.
Yeah, bum.
I don't want no.
I feel like we're missing like a key one here. Maybe not.
Yeah, boy.
Swag or scrub would be a good segment idea too.
I think so. Did Jeff Levy create something?
Yep.
Which side would he be on?
Depends.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see what his answers are coming up next week.
Which side would Jeff actually be on?
We'll have to see.
Oh. Question idea for next week just popped in my brain. Read all coaches and players mean tweets about themselves. Have them read mean tweets.
I have a great idea, guys. Let's torture everybody.
Yeah.
Just go to.
Let's make everybody feel bad about themselves.
Like Lane Kiffin would do it and have fun with it.
If you need something for Mark Stoops, I can point you to T-Bob Abear's Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a handful on there.
Mark Stoops. Would you read this, please?
We will not have any slander for Mark Stoops here anymore, okay?
No, you're off Kentucky. You're on Missouri this year. Don't try to defend.
No, I'm on Missouri this year. Missouri's not. I've been on Missouri in the past. Kentucky certainly more than any other team. I have yet to decide. I think who my diamond in the rough.
Yeah, I was gonna say who's your dark
be.
horse.
Wait, SEC?
Yeah, SEC.
Can't be South Carolina anymore.
It cannot be. Vandy's the first one that popped into my brain. Should we ride with Vandy?
Not if I have anything to do with it.
That's
Let's
true.
ride.
That's true.
Let's ride. Oh, we got a let's ride from Flynn.
Oh, just like his boy.
Hey, next hour.
He loves Russ.
He loves Russ. Danger Russ. Mr. Unlimited.
Off the bench.
Go to K2Z Blinds, KTOZBlinds.com. Have Brandon Barton and the team come out to your home. Look at your space. Maybe it's an outdoor motorized screen. Maybe it's Roman shades. Maybe it's blinds. Look, the bottom line is it doesn't matter what it is. They're going to make sure they get you all set up. Interior, exterior, does not matter. Sometimes, like me, the outdoor shade that we have, it actually shades our living room as well. Cools the room down, right? It has a dual purpose because they are going to know your space better than you in 10 minutes. KTOZBlinds.com.
Jake and Matt, why do I need this? Why do I need blinds? Why do I need these things? Why do I need window coverings? Well, for one, they make your house more energy efficient, lower those power bills every month. Quality of life goes up. They look great. And they're just amazing people over there to work with. So call them, K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Live It. Improve your house, improve your monthly bills. KTOZBlinds.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Luba Workers Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Good morning. It's at 9 a.m. here on Thursday, July 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 90 in hour 3 of today's show. We'll have big deal or no big deal at 9 a.m. Then 9:15, our Munchies segment with LSU executive chef Michael Johnson. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB, hour number 3.
Number 3 already?
Already. Look at that. Time flies when you're having fun. Talking ball.
This has been a fun show. Every day's fun.
I was about to say
this day in particular.
You said it like it doesn't happen all
Andrew
the time.
said it first hour.
Yeah.
Good energy.
Hey, good
Great energy
here.
today.
Really good.
Great energy.
So how about this? This feels like a very OTB article ESPN put out.
Okay.
The anticipated arch villains for every top 25 college football team.
Oh, yes, I love this.
Yes. And so it's every so they they make their way too early top 25.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what they're going off of.
Scrubber
so with
swag.
those 25
Scrubber swag.
teams, they put them together and they gave them each team has who could be their like just nemesis, like the villain to what they want to get done. So I'll give you an example here. Number 1 team in the country, Penn State, Ryan Day. Makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Penn State's won a lot of games. They can't beat Ohio State. They can't win the big one. So it could be Ryan Day. I'll give you an example for number 2, the Clemson Tigers. Lenore Sellers went off on them last year. I mean, he kind of won the game by himself. I mean, he took the game over. Kay Klubnik, Clemson could do nothing. So that's who it is for Clemson. For Texas, it's Oklahoma. For Georgia, it's Alabama. For Ohio State, you might want to take a guess.
Who the arch nemesis is?
It's Michigan, but it's Sherrod Moore. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the one person that can really mess things up. You know, because Michigan certainly has over the last couple of years. Although Ohio State won a national title, they couldn't beat Michigan. Then we get to number 6. I don't think anybody's going to get this one for LSU, but anybody want to take a guess?
LSU.
Remember, it can be like a coach, a person, a thing, like it can be almost anything. Like what their nemesis is going to be in
Marcel
2025. Reed. It was last year. God, tackle that guy.
I got to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Season opener.
That
Brian Kelly.
It's not it, but that's really good.
Should be that
Your
one.
brain's working today.
I know.
No, that should be the answer. I'll go a little outside the box, and you said we probably wouldn't get it. I'll go Oklahoma. Last game of the year.
The arch villain for the LSU Tigers in 2025, daytime home games.
I mean, yes.
It says LSU fans have been known to curse day games, especially in the sweltering September heat.
Yeah.
It's at night when Tiger Stadium and typically LSU's football team shines. In 2025, the only SEC home game that LSU will definitely play at night is the league opener against Florida on September the 13th. Home games against South Carolina and Texas A&M fall into the flex window, meaning they could start as early as 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 local time, or as late as 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. local. Since 2000, LSU is 112-15 in Saturday night home games at Tiger Stadium. Brian Kelly has faced just 2 nationally ranked SEC opponents in day games at Tiger Stadium and is 1-1 in those games. I know the loss was Tennessee. Who was the win?
Texas A&M 2 years ago.
Jaden's last game?
Jaden's last regular season game. I remember because I was driving home from Texas and we woke up early as hell and we're listening.
So that it says for LSU, not a player, not a coach, not a program, daytime home games could be the villain for LSU's story.
That's creative.
If you go back like the last 10 to 15 years, LSU's really good at 11 a.m. at home, record-wise.
Because usually you're not playing very good teams.
Typically that's why it's at
I remember
11.
that Georgia game, 2018?
18. That was
so fun.
That was like first marquee
the
win.
Auburn game in 2017.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite. It's top 3 favorite non-playing at LSU moment.
Oh, it's great. You're down 20-0.
Yeah, we had our 10-year reunion as well, so we were all there. It was hot as the devil's lair. I was sitting up. It was the time when you can, I forget what it was, Skyline or something. It was the only place that served alcohol at the time. So we sat up there. We're enjoying ourselves. I wasn't working the game. And I remember watching DJ Chark, his punt return, come together before it happened because it's like we were watching the end zone copy of film from where we were sitting. It was like one of those you start hitting the people next to you because you see it happening. You can't really get a word out. It's just like you're so excited. And then they come back. I mean, you hit Stephon Sullivan on a jet sweep.
Actually worked.
Sullivan jet sweep.
The one time the jet sweep actually worked.
Russell Gage had the diving catch. Yeah.
And it was our 10-year 07 reunion.
Yeah,
that was our reunion game.
Did it at halftime. I think we were captains for that, right?
Yeah, it was,
Me,
we were
Glenn,
captains. My wife was 9 months pregnant.
Oof.
And that stadium was so cold.
Oof.
So cold.
That sounds
I had to have
not fun.
Yeah, it was one of those situations you didn't know. It might have happened.
Yeah, it'd have been a good story.
That would have been crazy.
I had to get, you get it. Sometimes you get, if you don't want to go do the parking thing, you get someone to like an Uber or a black car or something get someone to drive you to the game or pick you up. I had to get one just to be on standby. Just if I had to buzz out of there.
Right.
Quick. I didn't want to have to walk with my 9-month pregnant wife to
while her water is
115 or whatever.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you had to walk to a far ass parking lot?
Right. Could you imagine though having your baby in Tiger Stadium? That'd be pretty bad.
That would have been awesome. You would have to name your kid Tiger.
There's so
on the field, just lift up the baby
like Simba. There's there's a lot of medical personnel there.
True.
They'd
That's
figure
true.
it out.
It would be
doctors.
It wouldn't be the worst place.
EMT, like they got everything there.
Yeah,
like,
the training room's actually
feels like
clean.
a missed opportunity.
It's actually
looking back on it.
I know.
I'll go my favorite though. My favorite LSU football moment where I wasn't a player, 2019 Florida. That was incredible.
That's kind of the game you kind of knew LSU was going to do it.
Yeah.
After they win that game, Florida was incredible. They come back. They win by 2 touchdowns. That's kind of the game you could feel it, at least for me.
LSU fans doing the Gator chomp.
I loved that.
That's good. My top 3 as a non-player would be 17 Auburn.
Yep.
This past year, Ole Miss.
That was good.
Very
good.
And then Bama was 22. I can't remember. It was 22.
Oh, that was good too. Wow, yeah.
The last 2, so Bama
Me and my
Ole
oldest son watched
Miss,
that one together.
The whole fam was there, and I remember my kids. We were at the Bama game. My second born, she was 3 or 4, and dead asleep in the end of the fourth quarter. And in overtime, dead asleep. Never woke up, and that place erupted. And we were sitting in the bowl. Like, we weren't inside or anything. We were sitting in the middle, in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Loud. And I was like, wow, this girl has my genes.
Yeah.
She can sleep through anything.
Right. Yeah.
That was so funny. Just knocked out.
Knocked out.
Yeah, that's some good ones. That's a good call. Florida in 2023, where Jaden took the game over.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, the 51-yarder, the 70-yarder.
85-yarder.
85, yeah.
Whatever it was. Hey, watch this.
Dog.
He's going to go outrun all the Florida Gators.
And that was kind of the
swag.
That was kind of
He
where
is
Jaden
swag.
where Jaden took the lead in the Heisman. Like that was that game.
I don't know why I might keep coming back to Florida. I don't know what that is.
I don't know, it's weird. It's like something. There's just good games. Hey, quick update. Seeing squirrels.
Yeah.
Tour de France.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
What's going on?
All right, stage 6 right now. So
Yeah.
Tade back in his comfortable color. Tade's back in the yellow.
Okay.
After the time trials yesterday, when Remco Evenepoel, the world champion, he won the time trial.
Remco Evenepoel.
Yeah, come on, get it right.
You don't know him?
Oh, but all right, stage 6 today.
I guess I don't know ball.
Guess what? We should all be cheering right now because there is a man named Quinn Simmons.
He's got to be American.
He is
right?
a man, and he is an American.
Yeah.
Okay? He's not an American can't. He's an American can. Because there is a leader. There's a breakaway group right now that has been riding all day. They broke away early. There's 8 riders leading the pack. The peloton, almost 4 minutes behind them with 29 miles left. So if that peloton wants to catch them, which I don't know if they will, because usually a lot of people in the breakaway are not like real threats to the GC guys, the leaders. If they want to catch them, they might be able to, depending on how strong. But 8 people in this breakaway is a pretty good-sized group. It's better than having like 2 or 3 because they can all take their turns at the front and then getting drafted so they can all save their energy. Let's hope this breakaway stays away. This will be the first breakaway to make it this year in the Tour. And this man is a legend. Quinn Simmons.
Gotta love him.
He's got a mullet. He's
Manchu.
got a Fu Manchu. I'm reading an article here that says that as bikers, why Americans aren't into it, because they're not entertainers enough. So this guy, he's bringing that entertainment to cycling. I don't know if he's the best American. I don't know. But he's wearing the Stars and Stripes on his uniform. Not many people do that. Look at that man.
Look at this
That
one here
beautiful
with him,
ginger
with him
beard,
open.
a beautiful ginger mullet, and he's in the breakaway. So we're going to be cheering him on. 28.9 miles away, almost 4 minutes ahead of the peloton. Let's go.
Look at this pic.
I will say, Jake, like if we had to pull for
Look at this guy.
if we had to pull
Look
for
at
a
this guy.
cyclist, this guy's him.
This is him. He is him. He is swag.
Swag.
So Quinn Simmons,
Tade.
Jeff Levy.
Scrub. In my
watch
opinion.
your mouth.
He's
Don't shut
swag.
your mouth when you're talking to me.
I don't know what intrigues me more. Flynn's relentless effort to get Tour de France talking and the fact that like Alondra's getting into it. I don't know which one.
There we go.
I don't know which one
Let's
intrigues
go,
me more.
What you're watching right now?
Yeah, bro.
I'm a curious person.
When did this start for you? Okay, because I can't imagine that the Tour was real big in Tyler, Texas.
No, okay. So when my wife and I started dating, her her dad was into it.
Okay.
They had been to France a couple times. I think they took a trip to go watch a couple of the stages. I don't know. He liked to cycle. And so I was like, I was kind of like you. I was like, I'm too gritty for this. This is dumb.
Yeah.
But I would watch it. I would sit there and watch it with them. And then I was like, wait, what are they doing right there? And he'd tell me a little bit of the strategy.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, just started getting locked in. Then Lance came back a couple of years after I started watching it. And so that was like must-watch TV. You're sitting there cheering USA.
How did he do when he came back?
Not great.
Okay.
Not great.
Because he wasn't on steroids.
Well, okay, everybody was doing it. All right.
Yeah, no, it's like the
Everybody's
MLB.
doing it. Yeah.
I think that MLB should let people start doing steroids again.
We agree.
I think our military members should do steroids. Think about how badass they would be.
What is this, Captain
Even
America?
more so. Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Super serum?
Yeah.
That'd be
True.
a lot.
True.
What if we just had a professional baseball league where they could juice and use metal bats?
We've talked about this.
I would
I'm
pay a
locked in.
lot of money to watch that. It would do infinitely better than the MLB in its current state.
I would watch that way over those weak people play with wooden bats.
Everybody but Hunt Palmer would be about that. Hunt would say it's destroying the major leagues. Everybody else would be all about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it made the MLB was at its peak when people were doing steroids. So no, I don't think it would mess with MLB.
It would definitely be the Abu Dhabi people that would start that league for sure.
Can you imagine 1991 Jose Canseco with a metal bat?
That would be insane. Like, talk about nukes.
I wouldn't want to be a pitcher in that league.
No, you'd have to wear like
You would have to be Paul
mask.
Skeens.
There'd be one.
Yeah.
You'd put the over under at 0.5 on how many pitchers die a season. Just getting hit in the face. Dead.
Keep a count.
How about Tay saying the military should be juiced?
Bro, think about it though.
Bro,
You
they
have
might
an
be. Don't tell our secrets to
You have,
China.
you have an entire platoon, okay, of like the Marines, the frontline guys. They go in, and when their weapons are done, they'll beat your ass because they're jacked up on steroids. Like, that seems awesome.
Marines don't need steroids.
No, they don't.
They don't
Shout
need
out. There's some pretty big side effects from steroids as well, you know?
Yeah. Like,
Makes you
chill.
Never mind.
Chill.
We're not worried about that part, but like, okay, you have aggression, kind of want that.
Again.
Okay.
Marines don't need them. Maybe the rest.
Everybody could use more, guys. Everybody.
I think there's safer things to do out there. There's safer PEDs than just like, taking wind straw in the butt.
Wind straw? I hadn't heard that in so long. All right, well,
good, clean fun.
Also, maybe like another bad side effect of steroids is like murdering your entire family and killing yourself.
The M word.
Did you just go Chris Benoit?
Yeah.
Shoo.
Crisp.
Hour 3, pretty dark. Here on Off the Bench.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna.
I don't think so.
I was gonna do a read here, but I think we'll wait. I don't know if they want that. I can't believe you're honestly watching.
I've watched it every day this week.
True.
And on Thursday is when you can't believe it.
I don't know.
This is good stuff.
I mean, but like you had this
I'm not gonna
giant
lie.
iPad.
It's a little intriguing.
It is so intriguing.
I'm not even like I'm really not hating on it, but it's just like I've never found
You're
my
not?
way to cycling before. It's just not
No, me
something
either
that's
until now.
ever.
Well, in all fairness, I don't watch any other people on bikes ride throughout the year.
So this
but
is it.
This is the one that intrigues me.
What's the other big tours? Do we know?
They got the Tour d'Italia.
Okay, makes sense. Do we have one in the USA?
That'd be
there's
a lot
definitely
of miles that you're.
I don't know if it's a Grand Tour or whatever. I don't know. I don't think the top dogs from Europe come to America.
Oh wow, so we're kind of AAA.
Kinda.
But for a long time, we dominated.
One guy.
Yeah, but he.
That's
dominated.
why that's why it was so awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're looking. That's why I brought up the American. It's in the breakaway. Like for an American to win a stage is a big deal for
Let's go.
America.
Let's go, Quinn.
Let's go. Do it for your country.
We almost didn't Mateo almost win on
Mateo,
Tuesday?
yeah, he was up there. He was up there. Mateo's one of the top riders, but he is on one of the top teams as one of the guys that is like, basically a lead blocker.
Yeah.
For Jonas.
All right, let's take a break. More OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
Well, if you're sitting there watching the tour and you got your feet kicked up, you can enjoy it with an ice-cold Dos Equis. You can go for Dos while you're watching it. I would probably need to go for Dos while watching that, but you can enjoy it as well. It is never a bad time to grab an ice-cold Dos Equis. Now is actually the perfect time. Beach beer, pool beer, lake beer, everything is better with a Dos Equis in your hand. So go ahead, grab one today, drink responsibly, and go for Dos.
We're just talking about PEDs, things that make you good at, normal sports, football, basketball. But like, you ever had a couple beers, like a PED for pool table, dartboard, bar games, anything like that? If you're going to do that, Dos Equis is your call. Go for Dos. Get that beautiful Mexican lager, the amber, whatever it is. Cut you some cold limes. Go for Dos. Get to your store. Get to the gas station, the grocery store, wherever you go, wherever you shop. Pick it up for the weekend. Go for Dos.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Before we get to our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, I want to tell you about Russell Pool Company. RussellPools.com is the website. When you go to the website, always remember they are your one-stop shop when it comes to construction, maintenance, retail. They've got you covered. Always encourage you, go to the website, check out the gallery of work, what they can build for you. Again, if the Tigers trust them, we trust them. You always can trust them. RussellPools.com.
Yeah, when you think of great pools, luxury pools, quality pools, for a long time, it's been Russell Pool Company here in Baton Rouge. Go see them, call them, get in contact with them. They can turn your dream into reality, completely turnkey with 2 landscape architects on staff. So from design to build to maintenance, whatever it is, give them a call today. Visit them at RussellPools.com.
All right, it is now time for a little Munchies.
Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and leave this segment hungry. This is Munchies with Executive Chef Michael Johnson. Let's eat.
All right, Chef, what's going on? How we doing this week?
I'm good. How was y'all's 4th?
It was great. It was good. You know, celebrated like any good red-blooded American.
Illegally shot fireworks.
Illegally shot fireworks because you can't do them in EBR, but we did that. Had some hamburgers, homemade hamburgers, which is always my favorite. So it was good. What about you?
I am a world-class floater, so I floated in Toledo Bend for quite a bit this weekend.
Award-winning.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
I got a question. So when you do like a trip like that, when it's relaxed time, does somebody cook for you?
Like when we go to Toledo Bend, my buddy Parker's daddy, he cooks quite a bit, but we kind of share the effort because a lot of the family shows up, and usually like Parker and I will cook, and then his daddy will cook, and then we'll cook, and so. We take turns because there's always a lot of kids and there's always family, and so instead of it being solely the chef's responsibility, his dad likes to cook, so we sit around and drink beer and talk about cooking on the back porch quite a bit.
Yeah,
so.
I could see that going like 2 ways. Like you either I don't want to do it, y'all do it for me, I do this for a living, or you're just like looking over the shoulder of everybody like, nope, that's not right.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Yep.
I have this expression that it's the shoemaker's kids have no shoes, right? So, it's kind of funny because, like I'll go to my brother's camp with him, and he kind of expects me to do the cooking while we're there because I'm the chef, and I kind of put it into back at him one day. It's like, you're a landscaper. Do you come down here to landscape on your vacation? Well, no, That's crazy. I was like, okay then. Yeah, so it's kind of by choice, I definitely enjoy cooking, especially for family and loved ones and such. But when it comes with expectations, I kind of have this like natural rebellion to me that's like, I'm probably just going to sit in the chair and drink a beer and enjoy my day.
All right, here we go. Hashtag Munchies. Do I store my tomatoes in the fruit drawer or the vegetable drawer? I know it's a fruit, but I feel like it's more of a vegetable.
Yeah, so here's the thing about tomatoes. It's regardless of whether it's a fruit or a vegetable, it's an ethylene gas producer, and so you want to store them with other ethylene gas producers, and or a lot of people, like if it's a really good tomato, you don't want to put it in your refrigerator at all. You want to keep it out on the tabletop so that the ethylene gas escapes into the room versus into a small storage area. So when we talk about ethylene gas, that as a fruit from a tree falls to the ground, it's actually starting to go into its decomposition process, and it releases ethylene gas, and that ethylene matures. It starts releasing while it's on the tree to some degree, or the plant, or whatever. But that ethylene gas, if you put tomatoes near your leafy greens, it's going to turn your leafy greens brown. If you put it there are ethylene gas susceptible products, fruits and vegetables, and then there are ethylene gas high producers. So you want to pay attention to that. Like potatoes, for instance, onions produce a lot of ethylene gas. So you don't want to put your onions and your potatoes together because it will prematurely age them and make them sprout. Tomatoes, the same thing. So you need to pay attention to what you're putting your tomatoes with. It's not as important like which drawer necessarily.
Yeah.
I think, like if you have, I think the idea there is if you have fruit, you slide it open so that the ethylene gas can escape. If you have that little slide for the drawer, that allows the gas to escape. And like my refrigerator has a carbon filter on it that the carbon filter will absorb the ethylene gas so that it doesn't harm anything else. And then stuff that is not stuff that is ethylene gas susceptible, you want to keep the drawer shut with the thing closed so that it's not having gas have access to it.
Chef, this word gets thrown out a lot, but I'm going to use it here. That is why you're the absolute GOAT, because that was a throwaway funny question somebody asked in the chat, and you just gave us like the most educational answer
I've ever
on
heard.
food storage and the most like realistic, practical thing that I think we all just learned a lot from. So that is why, like, I don't use that word lightly. You're the GOAT for sure.
I appreciate that.
Let me ask you this. This is a question from me because I get frustrated with this all the time. So we're a big ranch dressing family.
Okay.
And you go to a restaurant, there's so many restaurants that have just the greatest, most delicious ranch dressing, but you cannot find good bottled. And I know there's like preservatives and there's things you got to do to make shelf stable ranch. But I would think food tech these days, they could figure this out. Like why is restaurant ranch dressing so much better in a different league than what you can buy at a grocery store?
Well, they're making it on a constant basis. They're making it fresh on a constant basis. Like, if you consider how much ranch, here comes the train. I'm so sorry, guys. If you consider that they make ranch dressing on almost a daily basis, they're putting fresh ingredients into it every day. When it comes to the, I'm trying to run from this train.
Can we get some video of this?
when they when they put it on the shelf to make shelf stable, they have to put all that stuff in there. It is going to alter the freshness. Plus, we don't know how long it'll tell you the use by date, but it doesn't tell you what the born on date was, right? So, that stuff could sit on the shelf for 6 months before you put it into your body. Also, unless it's refrigerated, like most restaurants are using buttermilk in their ranch if they want a quality, and that's not going to be shelf stable, right? The stuff that they're putting on the shelf is probably using a dehydrated milk product or something of that nature, and stabilizers and preservatives, whereas restaurants are going to put mayonnaise, which tastes good, isn't necessarily great for you, but it tastes good. They're going to use buttermilk, which, that's beautiful for certain things. And then, like the ranch packets. And so, I mean, I think it really is about the freshness of it, to be honest.
Hashtag Munchies, teak or walnut for cooking utensils?
Oh, that's a good question, man. I think both of them are good in their own design. So, I think for me, they're both high quality products. Teak is kind of teak is Amazonian wood, and it's overseas, and they're starting to see kind of a decline in the amount of teak trees. And so, I know the walnut trees are more available, they're more local, and so I try to buy local first. And it's just a personal preference. That's the sustainable person in me that teak is beautiful, it works really well, but walnut serves its purpose. And honestly, if I had the option of any of the woods, I would probably go with an olive wood because it's super dense. The trees grow slow. It's not sustainable, not necessarily, but the wood is beautiful and it's really hard, and it'll last a good long time.
Hashtag Munchies. I love a good basic chicken or turkey sandwich, but since prepackaged deli meat is kind of bad for you, where's a good place to source sandwich meat to make a quick sandwich?
They don't really have delis around anymore, so you just have to kind of do your diligence on where you're getting your stuff from. I know that I prefer to go to local places like Rouse's that they tend to have a higher quality product than say like a Walmart. Walmart is big commodities. They buy in big batches. Not to say that they don't have good stuff, but you really have to read the labels. We buy our meats from a place out of New York City, to be honest with you, because it's all natural. It doesn't have the preservatives. It's antibiotic free, hormone free, and you can find that stuff at Whole Foods. You just you're going to pay more for it. Food is expensive these days. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that or not, but if you're wanting that quality product, you're certainly going to have to pay for it. That's for sure. And and you're going to have to go to the bougie places like Whole Foods to be able to have access to it.
Chef, what is your favorite like healthy dip? Like, is there such a thing that where a dip? Because like a lot of people don't even realize, like when you're eating ranch or you're eating some like, you know, Chick-fil-A sauce, whatever it might be, it's like you don't really count on that when you're eating that being part of your calories, but it obviously is. Is there something
it most
that
definitely is?
Yes. Is there something that you could say, okay, this is actually maybe a good alternative?
So what we do here is we take ranch dressing and we make it ourselves, and we use, instead of using the packets, which have a lot of MSG and a lot of preservatives in it, we actually make our own we buy dehydrated vegetables, we buy dehydrated tomatoes, we buy dehydrated onions, dehydrated leeks, dehydrated garlic, you know, and so we actually make our own ranch, and we use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream or mayonnaise as much. Now, we will put some sour cream or some mayonnaise into it, but only enough to give it the body that you're looking for. And it's not you know, the buzzwords of fat-free and, you know, like all that stuff is kind of buzzy. It's just healthier for you, right? It's not as bad as what the stuff that comes out of the bottle that you know, whatever your brand name is. It's going to be healthier because it doesn't have as much. But, I mean, here's the thing, Jake. I believe in moderation, right?
Right.
If you're ingesting fats and all that stuff, as long as you're burning it off during the day, it's not unhealthy. It's not as unhealthy as it is when you eat it and then you just go sit and let it sit. And if you don't burn it, it settles and it oxidizes it and becomes something not good for you.
All right, Chef. Last question for me here. These guys are getting tired of hearing me talk about this, but right now, the Tour de France is going on. All right, but you cook, you prepare food for athletes, and I'm sure you've dealt with this probably with cross-country runners or endurance athletes before. These guys, in one stage in one day, they're losing between 8,000 and 10,000, burning 8,000 to 10,000 calories per day. Hey, have you ever cooked for athletes where it's just like, man, I got to get fat in these people, I got to get calories, and how do you healthily do that without just like absolutely destroying somebody's stomach and digestive system?
Honestly, a lot of that's coming from carbs and proteins. I mean, when you want to get, and some in fat has the most calories, I believe. But realistically, that's also where the dietitians come in. We make the food available. The dietitians tell them what they need. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if you think about those long distance, you know, some of ours are swimmers, some of them are track, some of them are, you know, cross country, but all of them ingest tons of carbs on those load up days. And you know, like a carb, it has to be processed in the body, and so it's going to spike, but it's going to burn off a lot slower than, say, you know, like sugar in a packet. The same spike will happen, but the burn and the fall is what makes the difference, right? And so those carbs, you get them into the body and they start breaking down, and depending on how they come to you, that depends on how they're digested and absorbed into your body. And so, you know, fiber from fruits help that with the absorption of sugar, and in carbohydrates in particular. You know, it's going to have a longer burn that allows you to have that amount of energy for a longer amount of time. And we have kids here that burn 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 calories, and you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
It's not always the long distance runners. So as it goes with calories, the larger the human is, the more calories it takes to burn X amount of energy, right? So if we have an O lineman or a D lineman or somebody that's just a large framed body, you know, like for them to take 10 steps, it may require them, and is almost certainly going to require them more caloric burn to take those 10 steps than, say, like, you know, a 95-pound gymnast who moves lighter and has a smaller body frame and doesn't have as much mass.
All right, there he is, the best in the business.
The GOAT.
LSU Executive Chef Michael Johnson. Chef, we appreciate it, as always, sir. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll catch up again with you next week.
Take care, fellas.
All right, we will take a break. How about that tomato answer?
That was unbelievable.
I mean, that was a great question because it was like, you know, kind of, you know, funny because
fruit or vegetable.
Made me laugh, but he gave like a 3-minute answer.
What was the kind of gas?
Ethanol.
Yeah, ethanol gas.
He kept saying
So-
stuff, and I was like, what?
Do y'all put y'all's tomatoes in the fridge?
No.
Okay, I was
only
like,
only if it's a cut tomato.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
soon as you
that
cut
makes
it, we put it in the
sense.
fridge.
Yeah, but, like,
Starts off,
regular-
no, cut it, fridge.
yeah.
In
But like a whole
Ziploc.
tomato, you just leave it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about apples? Y'all put apples in the fridge?
No.
No.
I
I
put
don't.
apples
I
in the
do.
fridge.
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
That's not what I didn't used to do it. We do it now. It's great.
I put apples
They
in the
stay
fridge.
forever.
Whenever we have like tomatoes out and Harlow wants an apple, she keeps pointing to the tomato and was like, apple,
Mhm.
no, it's not an apple. It's not
Yep.
an apple.
Somebody was asking.
Give it
about-
to her. She'll stop pointing at it.
No, she'll eat it.
Somebody was asking, how do you ripen your avocado fast? Like, I know the way we do it. If you put it like in a brown bag with
Yeah.
like a banana.
Oh, yeah.
Chef has actually mentioned a
Has he?
banana with an avocado on this show. Yep.
See this?
You're on fire today.
Not just a neck ornament, buddy. Let's go to break here. Off the bench, 104.5 ESPN.
All right.
Who is this?
Off the bench.
Not
Good
Flynn
energy
sending
today.
it to break.
Yeah, it's good energy today.
He's going to bring us back in as well. Go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. Boudreaux's Electrical. Get that free Generac whole home generator. Quote, more power, more protection with Boudreaux's. If you want to give them a call, have that conversation on the North Shore. It is 985-397-1562. In the greater Baton Rouge area, it is 225-300-9389. Schedule today. Storm season is a-coming. It is heating up in the Gulf of America. Be prepared with BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Man, you said it. That Gulf is about to get active. We're just like right at the beginning of it too. So at least a couple of weeks away from it really, really getting active. So give them a call today. See if they can help you. See how they can help you. What they do, who they are. Be the envy of the neighborhood. When that happens, you know it's coming. The power is going to go out in your neighborhood at some point. Be the envy. Be the house with the lights on, with your refrigerator running. Call them today. Go visit them. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2640.
Lucy Lou, with my girl Drew, Cameron D and Destiny, Charlie's Angels, come on. Question, tell me.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
When it's all over, please get up and leave. Question, tell me how you feel about this. Try to control me.
Go ahead, Matt, because I know you want to. Give the update.
What? Tour de France? It's an electric race today.
Tour de France.
Le Tour.
Tour de France.
We just gave the update. The Tour
Say it
de
right.
France.
I like the
Tour de France.
I like the France way.
No, I need you to say it right.
Le Tour
De
de
France.
France.
There you go. That's
You
good.
like that?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so I just told y'all we had an American. We had an American in the breakaway. 8 people. That breakaway
Quinn Simmons.
is gone kaput. Okay, we had one guy. His name's Ben Healy. He's an Irish rider.
Okay.
He attacked, and they were on a mountain or a hill, a pretty big incline, and he attacked. So he's leading by himself right now. But our guy Quinn, American, he's one of 2 people that are chasing him down. So the rest of the 5 that was in that breakaway, they have fallen back. They're like a minute and a half, 2 minutes behind.
Yeah.
We're about 45 seconds behind the leader.
I
But
thought they were 4 minutes behind.
no, I'm talking about our 2 guys.
Oh,
our
our
American,
guys.
the group
Okay.
of 2 is about 45 seconds
Okay,
behind
okay,
the
okay.
solo leader.
Yes.
Okay. Now the peloton, I think this might be a breakaway day today. So it's going to be 2 people drafting off each other, working together to try to catch the leader. And
Okay.
see who's the best. So we'll
so
see.
should they just let him, the leader, like wear himself out, or should they try to
No,
catch up with him?
there's only like 16 miles left. So
Only 16
Yeah,
miles.
only like
It's
16
crazy.
miles. So no, they're going to try to catch him.
16
Okay.
miles.
So if they do catch him with like a couple miles left or whatever it is, like they'll all 3 at
Go
that
ham.
point. They'll all 3 at that point probably work together.
Oh, okay. Because it's the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like they all
Well,
get the same
they'll probably
time.
work together until somebody gets the energy and has the energy to attack.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see if they can catch him. He's wearing the stars and stripes right now.
Hell yeah.
He's wearing a beautiful ginger mullet,
Hell yeah.
a beautiful ginger Fu Manchu. See that?
I love it.
He's got good energy too. He's like us. He's like OTB right now. Great energy this morning.
True.
You better have some good energy when you got 16 miles
ooh,
left.
13.3 miles.
Oh, dude, they're almost done.
They're basically almost done. We might be done.
Is this up a mountain?
They're kind of. It looks like they're flat right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be honest. Like the part to me that seems like it would be the hardest was staying in that position on that bike.
Yeah.
Like hunched over.
Oh, I asked yesterday, but you didn't answer. Do they get to wear headphones and listen to music, or are
so
they
they-
raw dogging?
I hope
it's
not.
not a raw dog. I don't think
Can
they're
you
listening to
imagine?
music. So they're all they have
Comms?
they have comms on, and their
Oh,
coach
okay.
is talking to them.
Oh.
Like, okay, you're a minute behind. You're a
Yeah.
minute behind. You got to push.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
an F1 NASCAR driver, like they can hear their.
I'm telling you, just
their
go,
chief.
go watch the documentary. You'll be in.
Okay, I'll
You'll
watch
be into it, and you'll
I
see
actually
the
probably will
coaches
watch
are in the
the doc.
cars, like on the road with them,
Yeah.
and they're talking to him. He's like, "Let's go, 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 go."
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna make me tune in.
Go watch your football with their kits
And a pitch.
and the pitch
And boots.
and boots.
I hate out of
I
all
hate
of them,
all
I
that.
hate boots more.
I know.
Like boots is the worst one to me.
It's a shoe.
It's a
It's a
cleat.
cleat, actually,
It's a shoe with cleats on it.
which is called a cleat.
Yeah. you're
I
right.
don't like Gaffer. Don't like Gaffer at all.
What is gaffer?
What is gaffer?
The
again?
coach.
That's dumb.
That is dumb.
Right.
So dumb.
That's objectively dumb.
Because gaffer, like, I'm gonna
The
think you're
interim
doing
coach
something
is called
wrong.
a caretaker.
The what? The interim?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that better. Than
Caretaker makes sense
Gaffer.
though, because you're taking care of the team
Yeah.
while the
Yeah.
Although in those accents, when they say Gaffer, it is kind of cool.
Say it.
gaffer.
They're like, "Hey, it's the Gaffer."
Hey.
Oh, God.
Hey, bro.
That went Australian quick. You
Hey,
doing an
no.
you doing an Outback
nah.
commercial?
You sound like you
On
from
the
London.
Barbie.
Okay. Okay. Let's.
So
let's
since we
relax here.
skipped big deal or no big deal,
Ah, we did. That's my bad.
no, it's fine. My big deal or no big deal, real quick, just to slide this in here real fast, was going to be DJ LeMahieu. He got
Oh, I
DFA'd by the
know.
Yankees.
I know.
If you listen to AFR, I
know.
talked about this a little bit on Monday.
Yeah.
Yankees were on the market for a third baseman. Jazz sliding back to second base.
Right.
I told y'all, DJ's been riddled with injuries, and just a 266 batting average in 45 games. And I was telling y'all earlier, fever dream scenario, Breggy.
Yeah, would the Red Sox make that trade, though?
No, they would not.
Their
They would not.
bitter
No.
rival.
They 100% would not, but, I mean, I don't know. They're still talking about the extension. If the extension doesn't work out, they might, he might request a trade or, have to trade him. But they, like I was also saying to y'all earlier, that they just traded Devers to San Francisco. San Francisco has to pay his Red Sox contract out.
Right.
So that frees up a lot of money for the Red Sox that they might be able to pay Breggy with that. But I know the Tigers are interested in him. So
when we did our little station survey, like the former LSU athlete with the most surprising success in his pro career, I went with DJ.
That's a good one. That was what I was thinking too, because
he was good. He was solid at LSU, but he was never even the best player on his team.
Right.
And then he turned into winning a batting title in each league.
Yeah. DJ did awesome in the league.
Was,
so it's just kind of sucks.
He was a second-round pick, which is high, but quietly, like you mentioned.
That's what I'm saying. It was
everybody talks about
nobody thought he would lead
both
leagues in batting average.
Right.
Though.
Yeah, it was a quiet but solid major league career that he has. Still, I mean, DFA.
I know.
So and he is 37 years old.
He's 37?
Oh, dude, he left LSU.
I did not realize he was close
He left
to our
LSU 09, I think.
Yeah.
09, 2010.
We were in school with
Was he
him.
in school with us?
We didn't really know the baseball guys.
We didn't know the baseball guys at all.
He was
when
in
we
school
were
with y'all because he was.
I guess he would have been.
They were so jealous of us.
I don't remember. I remember the guys that played football and baseball, obviously. And then Jordan Mayer might have been the only one that I remember. And the only reason I knew Jordan is because we played travel ball growing up together. He was from Alexandria.
Who was the left-handed pitcher? I knew him. Dirks?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Bentley?
Good. Yeah, Bentley.
So
Clay
Smith?
Dirks. Clay Dirks.
Smith? Yeah.
I mean, he was drafted in 09. So, yeah, he was in school with y'all.
Definitely didn't know that.
To be clear, I don't think the Red Sox will trade Alex Bregman, but the trade deadline is coming up on the 31st, and if extension talks fail, they're going to have to. You got to pay Breggy.
Yep. All right. And we have to go to break and finish it up with Ask the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Rouses.com. Big weekend over at Rouses. It is their 65th anniversary, and they are celebrating at all locations Saturday, July the 12th, this Saturday, 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. They're going to have tastings, a bunch of different stuff going on at every location to celebrate those 65 years. And so we always encourage you, go to Rouses.com, click on that weekly ad. It will tell you exactly what they've got going on. They got specials on pork chops, chicken drumsticks, vegetable oil, yellow onions, all that going on right now. Rouses.com.
Yeah, I think when we think of just making a grocery run, we don't ever really think about going to the website or checking them out on social media. But that's where you want to go to see what kind of specials. You can get coupons there. You can see what's new, the events that they're having. It's not just the normal grocery store. We're talking about a local establishment. Rouse's Market, Rouses.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And and the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business is
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
At first we started at recruit.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. When's the last time you ran as fast as you could?
Ooh,
That's a really good question.
yeah, I don't think I've ever gone like
Been a while.
100% in a while.
Been a long time. Years.
I've hit like 80, 85, but not.
I was at the Cotton Bowl this year, and
Oh, yeah.
our Sirius XM team did the when have you ever seen your coworker full speed sprint type deal? And I gave about 15 yards. We're inside of a hotel, so because it was snowing, so it was kind of difficult. But
Use that ballroom. Hell yeah.
We were on a trip in Portugal for my brother-in-law's wedding, and so the whole family's there, my wife's side, and we were out in the town. We had drinking quite a bit, and my brother-in-law challenged me to a race down the streets in this town in Portugal. I whipped that ass. Still got
Just
it.
racing in
Still
Portugal.
got it. But I think if I did
I
it,
love
just like go out there now, I'd rip 3 hamstrings.
So this year, our Sirius XM thing is going to be, in Atlanta, the freeze, the guy for the Braves.
Oh, yeah.
You get the head start. He tries to
Yeah.
catch you.
A girl beat him the other day.
She had technique.
Yeah.
We can talk about that tomorrow. So they want
break
one
it
of
down.
us, like former athletes, to be the freeze, and our coworkers to get the head start
Yeah.
and see if we can catch them.
Yeah.
I'm okay being the freeze. I'm just not getting in the costume.
No.
I don't know how that would look.
Only one
Oh,
way to
you
find
should.
out.
You have to get in the costume.
Only one way to find out how it
getting
looks.
in the costume.
I ain't scared.
Ain't scared.
Can do it. You want to get in on that competition?
Stuff it.
I'll give you a head start. I'll give you 10 yards. See you tomorrow.
Off the bench.
All right, go to yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com is the website for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. On the website, you can get your consultation booked. You can find a list of services they can help you out with. You can find some pricing options as well on the home page. We always tell you, why not go find out for yourself? Why not go have the conversation? Do not live life with fear or embarrassment. You have someone that can help you get to the bottom of it and help you start to feel like your youthful self. Go schedule today. That is yourgoodwood.com.
We are all human. We all have problems. We all have things that go wrong. Sometimes our bodies start to fail us a little bit, especially as we get older. Well, there's fixes for that. There's people, there's experts that can help you overcome any of that. Go see their list of services, their pricing. You can set up on monthly services for as low as $125 a month. Are you kidding me? Yourgoodwood.com.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.